Oh shit, intense. Oh, let's go. Alright. Alright, I wasn't gonna actually, I was gonna do some more void glooms, but then I realized, if I wanted to get 8 of, like, the new crab hats, like, the not crab hats, but, like, all crab hats, then I'm gonna need to mine some money, so we're gonna jade mine. Got some oil, and I think this is all I need. We'll grab one of these, and it's probably about time we sell these. My fortune at 1800, respectable. What about speed? I don't know if I'm gonna get good, but 20 more minutes. Wow. I actually took a nap, so I'm feeling quite nice. But that means I need to be able to go to bed. So. I was in the lobby and some dude, like, I found a spy with 20, like, pay me, I'm gonna nuke it. And I'm like, dude, like, I didn't buy it, cause fuck, I forgot how to set up the hotkeys. But it's like, well, let's powder mine until the first, event happens, cause if it's a 2x powder, I want to take advantage of that. Cause I have like 1.75 million gemstone powder. So not bad. If we do a 2x powder on them, I continue. Here's some pretty nice rates even without 2x powder. But obviously we still gotta wait for the, and one time I got like 7 chests in the first minute. I don't know. One of them is worth like 1,000,000 coins. Or like 800k, and I just had like 2 of them chilling in my e-chest. Dude, I had to sell the freaking jade that I was like using. Or I had in my e-chest. Craft an item slip. And now I do like 700k damage, so it's worth it. Dude, sometimes when I do this, I actually like discover another chest. I also do want to get compact 10, and this makes it really easy to do that. Oh. Just in case. Just in case frickin' Scatha spawns. I just equipped like Black Cat and my like Renowned Sorrow for the pet luck. Right? Black Cat, they give pet luck? Yeah. Alright, we do gotta make my way to the Devons. Like some good ass bullshit. Do I save up for Peak of the Mountain? Cause it's like another skyblock level, and I've gained 4 of those in the past week, 2 weeks. Like Wolf Slayer 7, yeah, I don't know. As long as I'm just up at like 11 for the event thingy, I'm gonna be fine. Cause like I wanna claim mine, maybe collect the fish. No, cause derpy. Yeah. Oh, what the hell? I think this one's spawned in oldest. Once I get into actual jade mining, I'll probably start listening to videos and shit. So I'm probably not gonna talk as much unless I see someone type in chat. Is that? Yeah, that's the part with like a million. I don't know why it's with a million. Can you like? Dude, my keyboard is like starting to act up. Does my keyboard work now? Dude, I'm at my peak press. I could have bought a G-Drag. I still would have needed to pay for the gemstones, which would have put me under. But like, yeah. So the goal is mine till basically as long as I can stay awake for. I actually need one of those. But can you? They should make them resolvable, honestly, because then I don't need to waste any chest pays on them. Just give me some event, dude. Cause then if it's not 2x powder, I can just mine some gemstones, mine some mithril. If it's already mined out, that could be good for money if you can find someone. Doing the void glooms is nice, but atom split's gonna make it even nicer. I didn't get any carpentry XP from it. Dude, let's go. I'm actually broke as shit, so that's fire. Alright, let's... not bad. It'll take like what, 2,100 hours to get max gemstone powder. But like, I got not maxed mithril powder, but maxed fortune and speed just off mining mithril. I have like 39 million collection, which is like 400 million, something like that. 360 with like price adjustment. Oh, that's useful. What the fuck's my Y level? I just want to get the core at this point. Okay. A chest. I think there has to be. Probably. No. What's the golden you get? Yeah. You get more powder. Do people have like grief? The fucking Minds of Devon. Oh shit. For me, I feel like that texture pack only works with the 30 last pack. Like, you see how it doesn't work? Watch this. Works. someone mining here. I don't wanna mine here, but I fucking. It's not even like a good mine at the Vons lobby. What the fuck? No, I'm gonna do a different lobby. I'm not seeing an event, so well, I already used up the daily powder, so it doesn't matter. Okay, that's nice. Another day 10. Please be like, I would say cold, but I wouldn't get mining. I wouldn't be able to, I don't think I'd be able to. I'd be able to participate in the. I think I would be able to participate in the fiesta. I think the plan is the powder generated from mining, I'm gonna spend on powder mining, but the powder generated from powder mining, I'm gonna spend on mining, right? So if I'm done mining and I have 50,000 gems from powder, I will easily know how to spend it on that, right? From mining, right? I don't know. I can spend like, I don't know. I don't want a powder mine. Is there a chest down here? No. Damn. I don't want to think about the dark auction. Is it 6 or 5 o'clock for me when, like, it rolls over to the next day? I think it's 5, so. No, I haven't gotten the gemstone powder buff yet. Okay. Why is there not any event? Only there's like an event. Mission compass. I'll set up a buy order. One sec. Probably could be mining by now, but powder. Like 13k powder is not bad, and 10k. But the only thing I can use mithril powder for is this. So. Oh. Difference. Alright, well, 100 mil would be nice, but whatever we get, basically what I say. Yeah, I think 60 million an hour would be quite nice. Oh, 50, still not bad. Yeah. Shit, now I gotta pick a video to watch. Probably this one.
Give me a second, chat. Oh, wait. 7th grader, only 2 genders shirt triggers free speech battle. 3 weeks ago, Fox News. Damn.
Welcome back. We've got a Fox and Friends exclusive now.
This is a true Sigma male, chat. We were just talking about Sigma males. This is the one.
7th grader is suing his school after they tried to force him to remove his shirt that said
He's got a troll look to him. He knows what he was doing.
simply there are only 2 genders.
Something tells me half of his brain was like, yeah, I'm gonna just wear this shirt. It's logical. It makes sense. It's the truth. There was only 2 genders. And then there was another half of his brain that was like, oh, I'm gonna piss off all these fucking snowflaker liberals.
The school had a problem with that. 12-year-old Liam Morrison was told to change or get out of class after politely refusing.
L teacher. Teacher told him to get out of class just because he was wearing a shirt that said the truth. And it's crazy because it's not even like a controversial truth either. It's only a controversial truth nowadays. It's controversial to say there's 2 genders now, which is retarded. People used to joke about this 6 years ago. People used to actually be like making fun of people who said there was multiple genders. Oh, there's 6,000 genders. Ha ha ha. I identify as an attack helicopter. Now it's a reality. There's 6,000 genders. People actually think that. Wild as fuck, man. It's wild.
To take off the shirt, he was sent home. Now Liam and his family are suing his town and school.
Harry
for
Potter.
censoring his
He kind of
views,
does look like him.
While the school promotes the LGBTQ agenda,
Based Harry Potter.
pride flags and posters. And Liam joins us right now from his home, screen left, along with Tyson Langhoffer, who is.
Imagine being in 7th grade and you wear a shirt and now you're on a news channel because you wore a very basic ass shirt and it pissed everybody off in your school and your teacher and it got you kicked out of class because you wore that shirt. And now you're on a news network. 2023 summarized. Homie's got the bass to
Okay,
drip.
Liam, let's start with you. Take us back to that day in March when you wore that shirt into school.
Talking
And
about it
let's
like it's a
start with,
historic
why
event.
did you want to wear a shirt that said there are only 2 genders?
I wanted to wear that shirt because it was a very popular topic and I wanted to voice my
Okay, so yeah.
opinion about
Yeah,
it.
he wanted a
So
reaction.
by wearing the shirt you were,
Hey man, that's kind of funny though. He just wanted to bait a bunch of liberals in his school. Listen, any teacher can have whatever political ideology they want to live by, but if they're putting it onto their kids, onto their students, and they're trying to like indoctrinate them, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I remember one of the rules in my old school was that teachers can't bring up politics or else you can like report it, you can get them fired and shit like that. But the teacher kicked him out. She got triggered.
what happened when you showed up in school with that?
How much you want to bet the teacher started like actually mauling in the class?
First arrived, I was met by a lot of people commemorating me and being happy and agreeing with
Dude's got
me
better
for
grammar
wearing
than
the
me.
shirt.
Commemorating me.
Okay, and at some point, a teacher must have had an objection, or because the principal eventually came up to you, and what did they tell you?
Damn, he got sent to the principal's office. Oh, I mean, I guess he got kicked out.
Well, they told me that a lot of people were
I
being
might have
upset
sent
by my
out of
shirt.
class.
and
They were hurt.
Cause I was asleep.
Ah!
I was just
There's 70 genders. Stop! There's not just 2. The fact that a simple statement like "there's only 2 genders" triggers such an emotional response is so gay.
and that they wanted
fuckers.
W kid though,
Take it
actually.
off.
I understand that. So
You can tell he got raised right.
Discuss with them. Look, it says there are only 2 genders.
His parents are probably Republican and shit. I'm saying that because the American flag is an offense. You know they're Republican.
There are only 2 genders. There are a number of gender identities now, but there are only 2 genders.
Yeah, I did have a bit of a discussion with them about it.
And you know what's crazy about the whole gender thing in relation to schools? In colleges, they're actually teaching gender studies. Like it's an actual class. Did you know that? I learned about it maybe last year, and I was surprised when I heard it. I was like, they're really trying to indoctrinate this and make whole classes for it. Speaking of, the college that my little sister goes to has a class called Angry White Male Studies. That's an actual class. Legit. What's the textbook gonna look like? What are the lessons gonna look like? Are they gonna look at people like fucking Hitler? Who the fuck is gonna be in the Angry White Male Studies textbook? They're gonna put me in there? Stupid. It's retarded. It's an actual class. It's so funny how people misperceive and misinterpret what anger is. Like, I could be raising my voice right now, but that doesn't mean I'm angry. And I guess a lot of the time, when you are angry, you'll raise your voice, but just because you're raising your voice doesn't automatically mean you're angry. That was one thing that I misidentified with Sneeko a lot of the time. Like, sure, he was angry sometimes, but sometimes he wasn't. And I would misperceive that, and I'd be like, oh, this motherfucker's raging, he's angry as shit.
But you were going to stand up for your right to make, your First Amendment rights, so you didn't take
This kid is based as fuck.
it off. They sent you home, and then...
Well, I mean, I shouldn't even say he's based as fuck, because that's such an obvious claim that there's two genders. It's not even based, but it's based nowadays.
A couple weeks
Hey, if you're based, like the stream, man. Let's get me on the algorithm. Come on.
Yeah, so it was that same There Are Two Gender shirt, except the only two-part...
Everybody like the stream, or else you're gay.
Just said censored on it,
Okay?
which was more or less a symbolism for how they were censoring.
Hold up, I wasn't listening. My fault, kid.
Except the
I'm listening now, too,
only
then.
two-part was covered in a white piece of duct tape that said censored on it, which was more or less a symbolism for how they were censoring me.
Right. And is that how
This
you
dude's
feel
way
about
more
your school?
articulate than I am, and he's 10 years younger than me. I'm pressed. Chat, this guy could beat us all in a debate.
With censoring your First
You know he
Amendment
has straight
rights?
A's.
Yeah, they completely...
Bro acts
blocked
like an
my
adult. I
vote.
mean, dude, he's articulating himself pretty well. He's keeping the conversation flowing really well. It's commendable. I was not able to articulate myself this well at his age. I was out here mad as fuck on my tablet watching like Minecraft YouTubers, bro. That's what I was doing in 7th grade. W kid.
Than they wanted me to have.
All right. Now, Tyson, you are representing Liam and his family in this case. This is not about 2 T-shirts, is it?
No, absolutely not.
It's about
this
gender
is
ideology
a
war.
School censoring a 7th grader who just has a different viewpoint. Students don't forfeit their free speech rights when they go into when they step into the school. The school is talking about this issue.
What was
all
that?
the
Did a
time.
UFO just fly by?
And all Liam wanted to do was to express
You
his
guys hear
opinion,
that?
which is actually shared by a lot of his classmates.
So, the shirt itself is true. There are just 2
It's true, and
genders.
it's not controversial at all.
There are different gender identities, as I said a moment ago. But does the school have something against that?
Yes, 1000%. If they sent him to the principal's office just because he wore a shirt that said there's only 2 genders, yes, it shows a clear bias with what idea they're trying to push and make the rule. And that's that there's 50,000 genders and you can identify as a fucking raccoon.
Well, it's hard to tell because their student handbook actually says that public education must be available to members of both sexes. And it says that sexual harassment can't be against either gender. So, the school's own communications actually support Liam's viewpoint, but what they've told him is that he can't express that on his shirt. And we think that's wrong. No student should ever be punished for simply peacefully sharing their view on a
I wonder if he got suspended for wearing that shirt or if he just got kicked out for the day. Either way, it's gay as fuck.
important topic.
Liam, I bet you've been tempted to wear another shirt with another message.
But then they'll let the 15-year-old girl, they'll let the 7th grader girls wear crop tops? What? Tell me that wasn't facts.
Are you gonna?
Well, if we end up being able to win...
Damn, chat. They don't let a 7th grader wear a shirt that says there's only 2 genders, but they'll let some 7th grade girl wear a crop top. I remember when I was in 7th grade and I'd see girls in my grade that were wearing suggestive clothes all the time. Booty shorts, booty jeans, all that shit. They're letting that fly, but this is the problem? Really? Okay. Okay.
You're in, I'm definitely going to be wearing it again.
Weirdos.
The same shirt.
Yes, of course.
Okay. I think I'd also have a new shirt made that said, "We won," if that's what happens. Liam, thank you very much. I know you're going to school today. Are anybody giving you trouble at school because of this?
I'd say no. No one's really giving me
Yeah, because most people aren't fucking retarded like that teacher.
trouble. A lot of people are happy with what I'm doing, in fact.
All right. Well, we did reach out to the Middleborough Public Schools for a statement. They did not respond. Middleborough Town Manager James McGraw.
How soft do you have to
said
be
he
as
did
an
not-
adult to not be able to accept reality? Especially if you're like a 40-year-old teacher who probably had a divorce and you're just out here getting mad at a 7th grader for wearing a shirt that said there's only 2 genders. You must hate your life. You must be miserable. Now, that was interesting, though. That was really interesting. It shows the clear bias in ideologies with a lot of these school boards and organizations. Interesting, interesting.
Alright, so I've got some good news, I've got some bad news. We're gonna get into all of it in a second, but first, let's just recap this situation. A video gets posted to Twitter of a protest happening after a school board meeting where basically there was a proposal to introduce something LGBT related to the school, and it was protested by some parents, and I don't know what happened, but basically some violence took place there, which led to sort of this viral video that got posted. A popular gamer, streamer, YouTuber, FaZe Nick Merckx responded by saying, "They should leave little children alone, that's the real issue." And myself and many other people completely agree with Nick Merckx that this is a real issue. In my last video, I brought up some examples of how kids are able to check out books in the school library in some schools, and these books contain literally sexually explicit imagery. It's porn. So the idea is that we don't want public schools to just be exposing children to sexual content. And a lot of this sexual content, for some reason, is able to be exposed to kids because it's done so under the guise of it being LGBT acceptant. This book, called The Gender Queer, which I guess queer LGBT, right? There's a debate as to whether or not it's appropriate to have in classrooms because of its explicit images of oral. We don't support that. We don't believe that it's good, productive, or that it instills any good values into kids. It is degenerate material that does not belong anywhere near kids, let alone in a freaking classroom. So Nick Merckx made the point they should just leave children alone, okay? Now, long story short, he got canceled for this tweet. He lost a brand deal that he had with Call of Duty, where he had a bundle that you could purchase in the Call of Duty shop that Activision decided to remove. They tweeted, "Due to recent events, we have removed the Nick Merckx Operator bundle from the Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone store. We are focused on celebrating pride with our employees and our community." Alright, how about you celebrate these nuts? Nobody supports your decision. Your decision was horrible. This guy voiced his opinion basically saying that kids shouldn't be exposed to sexual content, and you removed his Call of Duty bundle. Like, why? So that's basically what happened. Since then, there's a few updates that I'd like to share with you. Starting with the bad news, it doesn't look like Call of Duty is going back on their decision, at least yet. They haven't said like, oh, you know, we've heard feedback from the community and we've actually changed our mind. We're putting the Nick Merckx Operator bundle back in the shop, effective immediately. It seems like, at least as of right now, that they're not going back on their their decision. The other bad news, and I don't really consider this bad news, is just some of the reply to this is just absolutely outrageous. I only say that it's not bad news because, like, this always happens, you kind of have to expect it at this point, but, you know, you have these dishonest tabloids on Twitter basically saying, like, oh, if you support Nick Merckx, you're homophobic, and that sort of stuff. This tweet reads, I stand with Nick Merckx, Call of Duty has gone woke, Activision will not get my money again, basically saying that, like, if you say these quotes, you look like, I don't know, like a middle-aged white dad Trump supporter. It's so funny because these people can't even criticize properly. Nobody in this picture with, like, the MAGA hat would even know who Nick Merckx is. They don't play Call of Duty, they own real guns. These people are Second Amendment people who actually have, like, assault rifles. Someone responded to the clip of Dr. Disrespect uninstalling Call of Duty in support of Nick Merckx by saying, for context, he called gay people pedophiles. And for even greater context, your dad left when you were young because that's not what happened. All he said was they should leave little children alone, referring to those trying to push sexual content in front of children. Maybe those people did actually happen to be gay pedophiles. And if they are, well, then maybe Nick Merckx should use his Call of Duty skills on them in real life. I don't support pedophiles. That's not something that I do. So that's the bad news, right? Activision sort of just staying silent and sort of keeping their decision as permanent, and Twitter just being Twitter, right? Here's the good news. The good news is, I guess, the gay pedophiles, or whatever that guy was talking about, are taking an L! Because since the removal of the Nick Merckx bundle, there's been a large amount of support from other big names in gaming, basically saying, alright, yo, cut it out with this whack-ass behavior. You are punishing a man for speaking nothing but pure 100% facts on the Twitter timeline. Starting first, we have FaZe Rain, who came forward and said, nah, that's up. And somebody who I think is a pretty big streamer, Tim the Tatman, said this on stream first, kind of being unsure on how he felt on the matter, but then surprised us with his take after this clip.
A lot of you saw what happened with Nick yesterday. So I'm gonna just say this at the front, man. I love Nick. I talked to him for about 30 minutes last night. I know him, bro. And I truly do not think he meant to hurt anyone with what he said. It really, all I can say is this, man. Tatman Army, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. All right. We talked for a while last night, and he's doing all right. But that's all I can really say on it, man. That's all I'm really gonna say on it.
As you can see in the clip, he's sort of fence riding. He's not really saying, yo, what they did to Nick Merckx was wrong, and I need to say something about it. He's just like, yeah, you know, like, I talked to him last night. That's all I can really say. And I can't lie, when I first saw this clip, I was disappointed. I was like, wow, this is just lame fence rider, centrist, you know, lukewarm, I don't really have an opinion sort of thing. Especially because this guy's your friend. If you're calling him on the phone to talk about this stuff, like, you must be buddies to some extent, and to not stick your, you know, neck out for your friend seemed a little whack and spineless. Well, I took that all back after seeing this tweet from Tim the Tatman, which honestly I think is a banger. He says, at Nick Merckx has been my friend for years. We went in getting our COD operators together. It feels wrong for me to have mine and him no longer have his. In support of my friend, please remove the Tim the Tatman bundle at Call of Duty. That's what I'm talking about, bro. I love this energy, this loyalty, this fraternity, this brotherhood. Like, we're in it together, man. You know, if my friends aren't gonna be this loyal, then I don't want them, bro. This is what I'm talking about. Saying, if you wanna mess with my friend, you're messing with me too. And, dude, that's just cold. So at this point, the ball is in Activision's court. Are they going to triple down on this stance of being anti-Nick Merckx and actually remove Tim the Tatman's bundle now? Or will they hopefully crack under this pressure and put Nick Merckx bundle back in the store to sort of calm down this backlash? Trainwrecks TV, who I believe is the owner of Kick.com, the streaming platform, and a big streamer himself, says, F cancel culture. If the part of the internet that's going after Merckx were the good guys, they'd teach and be patient even if their teachings are being questioned. The vocal minority who pretend that they are fighting for equality are just virtue signaling for clout. What they're doing here with this situation only sends people further down the rabbit hole and divides by putting people into an angry state void of logic and understanding. Political leaders supporters and viewers coming after him know this and use these movements for their own gain, power, and advertisement. And I completely agree with this. Do you think punishing Nick Merckx for his statement actually is going to make him rethink his statement? It's not like his bundle gets removed from the shop and then he instantly is like, oh, wait a second, everything I believe and the logic that backs those things that I believe actually do not make any sense, and I'm stupid. It is the same thing with deplatforming. If somebody says something that you disagree with, deplatforming them doesn't do anything to those ideas. When you cut off a man's tongue, you're not proving him wrong, you're only proving that you are scared of what he might say. Now, there are two more things that I would like to go over. One of them is good news, one of them is bad news. The good news is that right now there is almost kind of a mini boycott going on where people are uninstalling Call of Duty on their device. Now, I believe this was started by Dr. Disrespect, but it looks like Call of Duty is getting a little bit of like the Bud Light treatment, the Target treatment. There's like a boycott sort of thing going on where people are recording videos of themselves uninstalling Call of Duty on their device and posting it to Twitter.
So there you go.
And you can hear a kid in the background of that video. Maybe this gamer is a father who completely agrees with Nick Merckx that maybe he wouldn't want his daughter or son to be exposed to sexual content. But yeah, people are protesting by posting videos of this. Or just not posting this at all, you know, kind of silently protesting, because at this point, it's not really even about Nick Merckx. It is about standing up for your values and not bowing to cancel culture, you know, canceling cancel culture, literally. Oh, they're trying to cancel Nick Merckx? Okay, delete your game, bye. This is also pretty cool. Rumble tweeted that they stand with Nick Merckx. This is a big platform publicly saying, Nick Merckx, we support you. So the way that I see it is Activision has three options here. They can add the Nick Merckx bundle back into the shop, they can remove both the Nick Merckx bundle and the Tim the Tatman bundle, or they can just stay silent and leave things as they are. But on the topic of cancel culture, the people who are anti-Nick Merckx are going to some really disgusting lengths to like prove a point that Nick Merckx is a bad person and he's a bigot by, get this, bringing up tweets from back in 2013. Like, dude, you've got to be a total loser bum in order to do that. Bro's going all the way back to the time period when What Does the Fox Say came out in order to prove a point. Like, dude, you're pathetic. And by the way, it's not even like these tweets are even that damning. Like, you went fishing so far back to look for something on this guy, and the best you could find was like this mid-tweet. All black people getting mad, shut the F up like you give an S. Like, bro, if you're gonna go this far back in time, if you don't return with gold, your trip was a waste. This tweet is absolutely, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
like, nobody got exposed. This response may be the
gemstone.
worst thing I've ever read. For the "it's been 10 years people," notice that he is still telling minority social groups how to feel about their own experiences. Bro, okay, there's a difference between talking about black people and talking about pedophiles. Yes, both of them are minority groups, but I'd say one of them is probably worse. I don't.
Oh shit, I just realized pedophiles are technically minorities. Oh my god. Oh, that's amazing.
I'm Baptiste, and you can listen.
That's funny, man.
I don't know, man. I feel like the majority of this discourse is like kind of mind-numbing. I really do feel like the people that are against Nick Merckx are failing to make coherent points at every single turn. But yeah, it's a bit exhausting, so I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. I'll be reading some of them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Follow my social medias, links are all down below, and comment down bagel if you made it to the end of the video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Everyone's gonna dogpiling on Activision as they fucking should be. Like, yeah, sure, technically they can do whatever, but yeah. Like, Activision has any right to remove it for any fucking reason. But
alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be doing, I guess, a little bit of an update video with the entire Activision Call of Duty Nick Merckx situation that's been unfolding over the last couple days. Now, I already made one video kind of talking about this when it all initially started happening, but ever since then, there's been a few updates that I kind of want to talk about with the entire situation, because honestly, I kind of expected this to be one of those things where, like, you know, everyone got mad at Activision or Call of Duty Duty in this instance over everything that really kind of happened with Nick Merckx getting his operator bundle skin or whatever taken out of the store for what he said on Twitter. I figured everybody would be mad for like, I don't know what, like a day, maybe 2 days, and then nobody was gonna care anymore, right? Because that's pretty typically how things kind of unfold online, right? So it's not like that's completely out of the realm, but in all...
You know, Tears of the Kingdom selling 10 million copies in 3 days is good. What do you think GTA's numbers are gonna be?
To my new song right now.
All reality, man, this is still a huge topic where people are still actually like talking about this and still caring about it. It's actually turned out to be way worse of a situation for Call of Duty and Activision than even really I anticipated out of this entire thing. So to give you a quick little rundown, if you don't know what's going on or you don't really want to watch my full video, I recommend you go watch my other video first if you don't know what's going on, and then come back to this one to be caught up. But the short and sweet of it is essentially there were 2 new creator skins that were introduced to Call of Duty over the last few days, and these were with the creators Nick Merckx and Tim the Tatman. They're very popular streamers and content creators, and basically they got put into the game, right? They got their own skin in Call of Duty that people could buy in the like COD store or whatever and play with in the game. So it's like one of the first, I think actually may be the first creator collab in Call of Duty, right? And a couple days ago, a situation happened in California where a school board was like voting on whether or not to recognize Pride Month, and a massive brawl ensued between parents outside of the school or whatever. It went viral, and Nick Merckx ended up commenting on a video of this and said that they needed to leave little kids alone. That was the real issue, right? Now, this wasn't really the biggest controversy on the planet, but then Call of Duty ended up getting asked by people about the whole thing, and they ended up admitting that they were removing his skin from Call of Duty because of basically what he said. And ever since then, there's been this massive backlash against Call of Duty and Activision. People are apparently boycotting Call of Duty now, and shit's just really hit the fan in all reality. Like, I thought that it was gonna be on 10 like when all of that happened, man. People are still furious about this whole thing. Over the last couple days, Call of Duty has constantly been trending on Twitter, and every time they post anything to Twitter, they've just been getting absolutely annihilated. For instance, the Call of Duty Twitter account has been posting like, you know, little like promos and whatnot for things going on in the game, you know, new updates. I guess the new Season 4 is coming here soon, or it's already, I don't know. I don't play Modern Warfare 2. I haven't played the new Call of Duty in months, but apparently Season 4 is coming out and they're adding new content or whatever, and they've been just getting absolutely fucking ratioed and destroyed every single time they tweet. People saying, oh, we stand with Nick Merckx, I'm not playing this, just roasting the shit out of him because of, you know, not only just the content in the game, I guess people are disappointed in too, but obviously the situation with Nick Merckx has been a pretty big egg in the face moment for Call of Duty. Now, I know a lot of people are actually supporting COD for their decision, and to be honest with you, that's fine. If you think that Call of Duty was in the right for taking Nick Merckx's skin out of the store or whatever, I don't think you're the worst person to ever live on the planet. You know, I mean, we disagree for sure, but there's people on there saying, you know, oh, all these people mad that they took out Nick Merckx's skin wouldn't last a minute in a Modern Warfare 2 lobby, like poking fun at that saying or whatever, right? That would almost make sense if that whole meme wasn't based on people being just completely homophobic, transphobic racists on Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. Like, the whole joke is, like, these people are basically saying they couldn't stand the hatred or whatever of a Modern Warfare 2 lobby. I think these people are more than well equipped to handle that, right? So, most people, though, online have been pretty goddamn mad about this whole thing, who've been interacting in this entire situation. In fact, a couple days ago, Dr. Disrespect ended up going, like, viral, I guess, on Twitter because a clip of him on stream ended up going viral where basically he deleted COD and said he was boycotting them until they brought back Nick Merckx's skin.
What we gotta do is uninstall the game.
Because
Number one.
Ideally, right, I mine, let's say I make 15 mil now, which it is possible. I've made 18 mil now before. I don't know why my rates are dog shit. And then I do that until 10, maybe 12. One of the two, like 10, 11, 12-ish, which is at least 3 hours, let's say 4 hours, which is gonna be 60 mil. And then in the morning, from like 6 a.m. until the festival, I just do the same thing. So from 6 to 11, that's another 5 hours. So hopefully 120 mil. Right, 120, something like that. Is hopefully I have minimum 60 mil. Minimum 60 million, right? I get 60 mil, and then hopefully, I doubt that the hats are gonna be 8 mil a pop. They're gonna be like a mil. They're gonna be like 5 mil at the most. They're still gonna hurt, but I need a mine anyway. I'm not getting, like, the powder I'm getting is really not bad. Especially with 2x powder, man. But you'd obviously get way more powder mining, but this isn't horrible.
I mean, don't get a mistaken. This year's Call of Duty is the worst in its franchise. But that decision by COD's PR marketing team. I'll tell you right now, man. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to digest for the two-time.
Then every hour,
I feel like they either need to apologize.
So for every hour, what I'll do is see how much I made, put it in a spreadsheet, and then yeah. So the first hour is obviously going to be the worst, because it's not, if I don't get a pristine proc, the money doesn't change. So yeah, that's why it's only at 7.5. So 7.16, 6, right? So yeah, because it's not counting the rough, which is like 300k. So it was probably close to 400 by now to NPC, right? So yeah. I don't know, does it go off Bazaar or NPC? Maybe that's why I was making 18.5 mil. Maybe because it was worth more. I don't know. Whatever we want to, I got like 25 mil in jungle and like 10 mil in lapis. Actually, probably not 10 mil at this point. What's the lapis price right now? Okay, yeah, it's probably like 3 mil. So yeah, the only reason the count is that low is because it's not counting the rough. The second it can count that rough, man. Because, yeah. So this isn't perfect, but, you know, it's not like dog shit necessarily. So should I go for Peak of the Mountain 7 or just not? Because one more Skyblock level. He's one more Skyblock level. You know? Nah, man, 700k damage to E-Man? Not bad. Oof. I just love my chat feeling like you found. Dude, I was here first. Get the fuck out of here. I've been here for 40 minutes. Get the fuck out. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Get the fuck out. Imagine Dillo mining jade. Jasper. Dude, I took like a 4-hour nappington. Where's my subway? Okay, it's over there. Yeah. Yeah. Like 500k in like rough, so yeah. Which would easily put us like 14.5 mil now. Still isn't 15. Yeah, actually could put us there. I don't know. Yeah, no, it would. It would. At least I think it would. It doesn't matter. The first tower is obviously gonna be dog shit. Just you gotta warm up. You know, you gotta clear out the hard stone. I'll probably refill the drill if I, you know, actually it might need to refill it before this. 1 second. Please be back-to-back double powders, please. Please, game. And don't be a Hoington. Most amount of theoretical powder you could get in a day, like total powder, like gemstone and mithril, like 10k from 20k from daily, from the the first block you mine gain like 5k powder, double powder probably like 10-12k, so like probably a total 24k. So we're already at 48k powder for the day. Commissions again, so another 16k on the mithril side, and then another 32 on the gemstone. Double that, 150k powder in a day, dude. But you can only do, but that's like every 2 days. So technically you can divide that in half, so like 75k. Still not bad, but like, nah. 2k, 16, like 30k of each powder at minimum, so. But again, like, yeah, not bad. Boom. 3 flawless, 3 jade, oh my god. Watch the money, the hour, yeah, watch it just like slowly go up. I don't think there's reason to have Dayax in my inventory, but I'm not gonna remove it. Cause you never know when a wild Scatha might spawn. I in a different lobby I had Bow, I like randomly found them. I feel like the best way to find Bow is like randomly find them. Like don't look for them. You're never gonna find them. God. Like, dude, look at, what did I say? I like just looking at like where I can see the stream, and it's just like, how far back is that? I don't know. It seems to be kind of far back right now. Not like it. The delay is like 20 seconds, but I think I like paused it at some point. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, I've been wasting. I'm starting to get tired again, which isn't good. If I can end this hour with like 14.5, or even just 14 mil, I'd be happy. I'm gonna end it with 14 easily, but you know. Dude, it's like 55-minute stream, 41 minutes into mining. I gotta see how much is stacked. Dude, I remember I was farming cane. I got my Kano from like fucking 90 million collection counter to like 140. And I remember every 8 cane I'd check it, cause that's another million. After the first stack of cane, I would only check the cane every stack. So it basically went, so for me, it went, okay, 8 cane, 8 cane, 8 cane, 8 cane, 8 cane, 8 cane, 8 cane. Stack cane, stack cane, stack of, right? Must got like 30, 10 stacks. 8 by 80 million, yeah. At least, minimum. It probably close to maybe like 15 though, right? Which is like 8, 9, like 9 back then. It was before nerf, price nerf. Yeah. And then that's how I got Mossy on all my mental armor. I low-key forgot how I got the 170 million for Scatha Pet to upgrade. I think I had 80 million from... What was the reason I didn't collect my minions for 2 weeks? Oh, I think I got my shit taken away. Ah, nice one. Yeah. Yeah, look at that, 14.1. So, yeah. We could end this at like 15. That would be crazy. He ended at like 15. I think we're gonna get maxed fortune, then go for speed, and go for professional, then go for bitches. By the end of summer, I want at least a G-Drag. Ideally G-Drag hype. Ideally max G-Drag hype. Wow, yeah, the stream's really delayed. Because in the stream it just said like powder. 2x powder ended. How much is a stack? 1.2. Yeah. I think when I was making 18 an hour, it was like 1.44. Yeah. Well, I thought I was going to fucking, I forget, yeah, nah. Dude, we're doing a lot today. This is a great day for Skyblock. I remember for the last few days, I've just been playing on my hardcore. And I wasn't playing Skyblock because I'm like fucking bored. I don't want to do shit. And then I'm like, dude, stop being a bitch. Just because you don't want to do Slayer doesn't mean you can't. Go to your Void Blooms. And then I got 10k XP by doing T3s. And I have Adam Split. Yeah. After this speed boost, we're gonna have to go refuel the drill. So that might kill the profits, but that's fine. Well, it's not really, but like, we're just gonna hope this goes somewhere good. Okay. Going great already. I came into like a tiny fucking hole somewhere, which is a slight goddamn problem. Yeah, let's. Can I dig my way back? I don't have the fuel for that. Where's a pick? I don't know why I was only pick on demons, because I just do, don't question it. Even if I pick on it, still not. The one time I don't want. How many more fucking chests am I gonna discover? Dude, I bought 2 pioneer picks. I think I wanted to put, I don't remember why, but I did. Already skates, there's no pet. I have like 20 no pet, but I have no like skates in mind. It's like, oh, nope, skates spawned. How does it feel to be me? Damn, that shit goes by fast. Okay, where did I just come by from? Like, somewhere over here? Oh my god, let's fucking go. I'm a retarded genius. The boy who cried retard. Even okay, if I can end this hour off with a 14 mil, I might be real happy. 15 would be insane, but doubt it's happening. Actually, no. Okay. Yeah, look at that plummet. 14 easily, I'd say. Yeah, it's like, ooh, Skather. It's like people like, no, you can't stream with her. You can't stream with the one monitor. Yes, you can. Resize your screen things, like, so I have Minecraft behind it, I have YouTube, so just resize whatever game you're playing to be able to see chat, fix that in OBS, and then boom. Now you can see chat, you can play the game, and chat has basically the same viewing experience, and you can talk to them, and it's cheap. My computer's fucking 7 years old. I'm like 200th on worm kills. Huh. Yeah, no one's ever gonna max Skyblock just because of Bestiary. Bestiary alone kills it, because you gotta kill what, 3 million Lost Adventures, 3 million Frozen Adventures, like, yeah, like 3 million Shadow Assassins. Nah, like nah. I'd like to get one of those max. If you get one of them, you basically get all of them. It's like, oh, just 100k more, like a decade from now, right? I think Deathstreaks is always gonna play this game because he doesn't have an interest in high tier. I feel like the only person who's actually, I feel like, how much of the community do you really think is gonna switch to high tier? Because like, I'm probably not. Like, I'll probably have it, but I'm not gonna. Still probably my main game, right? Yeah, I'm easily gonna get 14. Yeah, dude, it was really weird because I would mine 8 sugarcane, like look over it, hold shift so I can see like it just feel like dopamine, right? And after I hit a stack and I put it like up in my hotbar, I didn't check it until I hit like a stack again. But it felt like the exact same amount of time has gone by. Like it didn't feel like, oh shit, this is taking 8 times longer. No. And I did that for 5 hours that day. The nice thing about cane farming is like it makes like 10 mil an hour. My setups are roughly the same actually, like cost wise. Not great, but it's just so much easier to farm. But like if you can't like just sit down and mine for at least an hour straight, like hour straight, take 5-minute break, right? Yeah, some people don't need to. I remember when I'd mine Mithril, I would, like back when I used to mine Mithril, before Crypto Halls, I would just fucking watch TikToks or watch videos or, yeah. I got my phone taken, so what I do, so again, I would like resize my Minecraft, and then on YouTube, if you hit I, the video goes down in the corner, so I'd like hit I, and then I just like watch videos and shit with my computer. I might still do that because having your Minecraft, at least for me, take up less space actually gives me a big boost in FPS, which is great when your computer's a fucking dinosaur. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hit the 14 an hour. Like mathematically, I'm gonna hit it, I think. So, that's good. All I need to do is get like, $250,000 a minute. Average, right? So, yeah. Give me like 80, 40? You see me like a bunch of 40 or 80s in a row, dude. That shit would be fire. Like, assuming RNG is on your favorite, how much could you make an hour? Like, if every time you mined it, you got the max amount of pristine you could, how many, like, hundreds of millions would you make? Because the top I've seen without a mining festival was like 96, like 90, like 80, high 80s something, right? So, like, if I got that every single time, I'd easily be pushing 30 mil, if not 45. And you can get, double that, so. And this is also with having a mine to get my drill reef. Like, this is a very bad, like, first hour, but I'm basically, yeah. Like, I can make another 1.5 mil an hour, basically. I remember this morning, I was like, I want to do something to actually progress in Skyblock. And it's like, well, it is Aatrox. Maybe 14.25. I don't know, we'll see. We're doing a mining fiesta. This bitch is kind of fun. You get like mad EXP, stupid money. Shit's be fire. Fucking airplane going over. Now my question is, how much, if Mr. Beast owns like 100% of every Mr. Beast channel, and if you don't know what I mean by that, it's basically oftentimes when people have companies, they'll say, oh, I'll give you 10% for 100K or a mil or 5 mil. If he owns 100% of it, I can pretty fairly put his net worth at about $1 billion. So I wonder, even if he was 90% of it, it's probably not that hard to make the case. I remember a year ago, I was talking to my aunt about some stock. She was like, she's a stock trader, and I'm like, you know, I think it was Corsair. They had like a 2 billion market cap, but like a 2 billion, but like a 2 billion revenue. So like the market cap was the same as the revenue. So I'm like, yo, I feel like this, like, you know, she's like, you know, there could be many reasons for that, supply chain, you know, stuff like that. Anyway, and I'm like, I also look at Nvidia stock. It was like a year ago, and I'm like, Nvidia has like the same revenue, but like 50 times the stock price. A year later, I don't know, I gotta check Corsair stock in 4 minutes. I want to see how much I made in an hour. Alright. The final few minutes. I don't know why. I feel like the last stretch is always the worst. I remember I was due from 8K to maybe 2K was so fucking 8K to 3K was so fucking easy. Yeah, it took 2 hours. It was so easy. It was so chill, right? But that last 1300 probably took like an hour to do. So it was sweet. We had like 100K powder. Why are my crit damage and crit chance like so perfectly matched right now? I've never seen them this close to each other. What the fuck? I need one more mining speed boost, which is gonna boost us a decent amount. Yeah, this is pretty good. Not bad for the first hour having to refuel. Second hour is probably gonna be 2 mil bigger jump if I don't like fucking get asset. I'll see what that's coming.
Publicly to him or reinstate his bundle in order for me to consider playing Call of Duty again. That's where I'm at.
Now, people honestly were clowning Dr. Disrespect, and the joke was kind of funny, I can't lie. People are saying, this man is more loyal to Nick Merckx than his own wife. Like, this is the dude who cheated on his wife or whatever, and like, he admitted it or whatever. He made a stream moment out of it or whatever where he was talking about it. But bro is willing to slide for Nick Merckx quicker than he's willing to slide for his wife, right? Now, honestly, I respect it, I guess. A lot of people are also saying they don't think that Dr. Disrespect was being genuine with this entire thing. People are saying, oh, the moment Warzone gets updated or the moment there's some new COD update, he will be right back on the game streaming it. I don't know. I mean, that's really his prerogative, I guess. I don't think Call of Duty, to be fair, is like losing their fucking mind that Dr. Disrespect
14 and a 10K. Not bad. Cool spreadsheet. New spreadsheet. jade mining hour on 14.1 mil. Which isn't bad. Now what I want to do is do this. A quick second. Oh my god, game, stop being a little fat. So, in an hour, we made 15.5. What is it to NPC, though? A lot less. Yeah. Wait, is that NPC price? That might make sense. One sec. There's a quick way to check. $11 stacks, 11 times 1.22, 13.4 plus 1.3 plus 1.03, 14.4. The hell is it being calculated off? Dude, even off NPC, it's more than that. I will change it to 15.5. 15.5 mil. Yeah, it's not. How many? So I can just do 782. No, 758 times 19.2 and 14.5 million. I guess going off, yeah. So 14.5 to 15 million. So not bad. And we're gonna have to put that in there, and then put the first hour. That's the first hour. Yeah, so. And then we'll set a bias. So, and we gotta wait for this to disappear for the second hour. Meantime, I'm gonna go get some shit. I think the calculator is going off each individual, so it's going like, oh, you got 8 rough, that's 5 mil. Or you got, you know, alright. 5 person, wow. Not bad. Dude, if only fucking gemstones gave compact, this shit would be a compact 10. And I only want it for the wisdom. Cause we wisdom. I've max gemstones except for tally. I actually don't even have like I don't even have any I don't know. I'm going in like my own yeah, I'm like 7 minutes behind. That's cool. How much can we make doing it the second hour? It's gonna be more than the first. Just because of the fact that like all the stones mined out, I shouldn't need to refuel my drill, but if I have to, I already have the tunnel mined out. Yeah. And the counter, like, so just the amount of actual money I get, the amount of money the tracker says I have. It's nice, so I can say, oh, you know, it's nice to know that it's inaccurate, but you know, I kind of don't care. Like, boom. Yeah, I like making 40 mil an hour. I don't know what's happening to my profits.
Isn't playing the game. Like, I assume that they, I don't know, maybe they didn't, but I assume they realized, like, there would be some backlash to this entire thing, right? Like, there's no way, truly, that $1 billion corporation saw this whole thing going well, right? So, another argument that I've been hearing people who actually support Call of Duty in this situation say, though, that is really weird to me because it's not true, but the argument has been, oh, well, people have been ignoring what Activision has been doing for years. They've been ignoring the issues with Call of Duty for years. Those weren't big enough deals to stop playing the game and to stop supporting the franchise, but someone getting their skin taken out of the game for saying something controversial online is suddenly like the line that people can't cross, right? Now, I do agree, there are a lot of people in this situation who, over the years, have been sucking the Call of Duty cock, if that makes sense. They've been, you know, blowing Activision for the hopes that they'll get flown out to play the fucking DLC early, that they'll get to go out and play Warzone early, that they'll get to be in the big creator events. Sure, that is true. There are a lot of people who have been being very performative about this whole thing. However, anyone who would try to like levy that argument against like me for speaking out in favor of Nick Mercs, they just don't know my fucking history, bro. If you've been watching me for more than like 5 years at this point, first and foremost, you're an absolute OG, and there's not a lot of you out there, but I have been demolishing Activision and Call of Duty as a franchise, as a fan of the franchise, on YouTube since about 2016 or 2017. I wasn't even like, I didn't even blow up on YouTube, and I was making content roasting Activision for their stupid decisions, shitting on Call of Duty for putting out stupid updates and bad products and whatnot. This is not me, bro. It's not what I just hopped on the oh fuck Activision train after all this, man. I was roasting them back in Infinite Warfare. I was roasting them in BO3. I was roasting them in Ghosts, bro. Not in content, but I was roasting them in Ghosts. Like, that is not how I've been, you know? Like, I'm not one of these people just jumping the fucking hate train or whatever. I have genuinely hated Activision for fucking years, and I've made a lot of content talking about these kinds of things and talking about these issues, and even with like the sexual assault and like harassment issue that happened at Activision, I covered that pretty extensively on my channel. Like, it's not like I've not been some outspoken critic of Activision this whole time and I've been friends with them. No, Activision hates my guts. Infinity Ward got one of my Twitter accounts permanently banned because I turned it into like a fucking, I guess like a some sort of parody account for them and was tweeting out like fake troll updates and shit, and I ended up having a public spat with fucking Infinity Ward and Activision over that. So it's not like this is my first fucking moment where I'm like, oh,
maybe something else to watch. His mom was getting a ton of action. Shit, that's a short. God damn it. We'll try this, I guess.
YouTube. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Austin here.
This is going fucking great. Do you mind?
Sorry if I sound stuffy. I don't know if it's allergies or like I'm getting sick for the 400th time.
19, 19, 20, and 21.
I was reading the comments.
Did you
click or tap to listen?
Yeah, my money big body, my money talking. No, I don't need you, I really don't want you. My money been talking, my money do dancers. Yeah, shut up. I already heard you, I don't wanna answer. You ruin everything, you touch you a cancer. Yeah, I'm on that side where we win. No, you not that guy, cause I'm him. Yeah, why about that big body right at the lines that GLA came on that team? I don't wanna hear none of this shit you saying, you crap about your chinny chin chin. Nah, I'm rocking that latest designer, the finest of purpose and chinchilla skin. Yeah, they tryna copy the wave and I told them they can't even surf away on it. Yeah, they steady been copying my Sunday, some birthday, a period if I'm being honest. Yeah, why you been capping about your whole life? How was you rapping about a whole life? How you stay rapping about these damn drugs you ain't never tried once a whole life, huh? Yeah, these kids some motherfucking burgers, I'm calling them Five Guys. Yeah, the kid fried in that grease ball, yeah, he fried. Yeah, I just put up in that Bentley, they big got them frog eyes. They tryna bite the swag, but they bitches bite their dicks. I can't every time she set me up, there's 160 licks. Can't even count the songs I made in a month, there's 160 hits. They say you keep on evolving, how you so steady with it? They say you have your pockets swollen, you gotta show me the shit. Better tell you how I'm doing this shit. I got the devil on my phone, he told me keep doing this shit. Yeah, devil told me how to get rich. Yeah, how many bands? 6'6". Was in a minivan, couple of big sticks. Bitch better ride me like she on a lipstick. Yeah, they said what's that, brother, your chest? I told her that's your bitch listed. Yeah, I put up in a Tonga in the helicopter going nuts. Yeah, I had a 50 band and I turned it to 100, but didn't even need to go send me a deal for these bullet diamonds, bitch, I'm already up. I got it like 30, the bitch is the baddest, she up in the coupe with me, sucking me up. Yeah, my money big body, my money talking. No, I don't need you, I really don't want you. My money been twerking, my money do dancers. Yeah, shut up. I already heard you, I don't wanna answer. You ruin everything, you touch you a cancer. Yeah, I'm on that side where we win. No, you not that guy, cause I'm him. Yeah, why about that big body right at the lines that GLA came on that team? I don't wanna hear none of this shit you saying, you crap about your chinny chin chin. Nah, I'm rocking that latest designer, the finest of purpose and chinchilla skin. Yeah, they tryna copy the wave and I told them they can't even surf away on it. Yeah, they steady been copying my Sunday, some birthday, a period if I'm being honest. Yeah, why you been capping about your whole life? How was you rapping about a whole life? How you stay rapping about these damn drugs you ain't never tried once your whole life, huh?
Dropping bombs on your moms, kill car alarms. Doing foul crime, I'm that brother with the Alpine soda 460. Always let tricks know and freaks know we got that endo. No, I'm not a sucker. Sick boy, this ain't no kind of motion picture. A guy your tricker, my homie get with ya and hit ya, taking that yak to the neck. So you better run a check. So come on and tickety check yourself before you wreck yourself. Tickety check yourself before you wreck yourself. Yeah, come on, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Cause shotgun bullets are bad for your health. Jiggy check. Yeah. That's right. Jiggy check. Tricks wanna step the cube but then they get played. Cause they trick made, pulling out a switchblade. That's kinda trifle, cause that's a knifo. AK-47, assault rifle. Hold the 50, I'm nifty, pal. Got a new style.
Watch out.
I hate little tricks, claiming that they floating bank, but steady talking noise in the holding tank. First you wanna step to me, now your ass screaming for the deputy. They sing to Charlie Baker Denborough, now they running up in your smoke. You're gone, used to be the dime one, now your name is just Twine. Switch it, snap it, rolling your wiser neck. You better run a check. So take it and check yourself before you wreck yourself. Come on and check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself. So take it and check yourself before you wreck yourself. Cause big D's in your mouth is bad for your health. Jiggy check. Jiggy check. blank on that license plate. You could have had a V8 instead of a .38 slug to your cranium. I got 6 and I'm aiming them. Will I bust or keep you guessing and kill you when that noise you're stressing? Trick, get off the wood, you're no good. There goes the neighborhood rap. Go ahead and keep your draws, giving up the claps. And who needs applause at a time like this? Pop the coochie in your den. The trick is a Miami hurricane head. Sprung, people call her lips and lungs. Nappy duck out, and you're stuck out. Cause women like you gets no respect. Trick, you better run a check.
So take it, check yourself before you wreck yourself. So take it, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Come on and check yourself before you rickety wreck yourself.
Cause tricks like you is bad for my health. Jiggy check. Pump your brakes. Jiggy check.
So take it, check yourself before you wreck yourself. So take it, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Come on and check yourself before you rickety wreck yourself. So take it, check yourself before you wreck yourself. So take it, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Come on and check yourself before you rickety wreck yourself.
Yo, 9 Trey remix on the old school tip. That's how we come.
Do you enjoy keeping people's devices connected and protected? Asurion is hiring field tech sales experts. Apply today by visiting joinasurion.com/field.
Dude, I might be back in time to talk to the in-law. I'll be back on like Thursday or Friday. I think Friday. Or like Thursday, like
Austin, don't miss Saint Motel, the award show tour at Emo's on September 14th. Tickets are on sale now. Get yours today at emosaustin.com. Wenatchee Valley College is ready to serve you. Whether you're continuing your education, switching careers, or transferring to a university, choose Learning Local. With over 50 areas of study, we have something for everyone. Apply online at wvc.edu. Fall classes begin September. Wenatchee Valley College is committed to a policy of equal opportunity in employment and student enrollment. See you on campus.
Tell me, talk to Ren. I'm right here, nigga. Release the hound. Wow, wow, wow. What?
See me like it's Benny Bachi.
Damn it, dude. Give me something to watch. This should work.
Do you have faith in the FBI today?
I would love to be able to say, what's the end game on this, boys? The only time that we would hold a search warrant and not execute it, even though we're prepared to execute it, would be what we call an approach. So for instance, it's off the charts that people would sit and accuse the FBI of being weaponized. Off the fucking chart. Wrong.
What?
Wrong. It's basically a diversion of this election cycle. That's what we want. Yeah. We won't want any tweeting and be able to put your own sport coat on.
Yeah.
Done. You're elected. We're not planting evidence. We're not going to do that. For instance, I'll give you for instance, there was a sitting United States Senator that I searched in the summer of 2001. I'll never forget, he had a hash pipe that was in the shape of a dick.
What's cooking, everybody? I am joined in the bunker today by my very good friend and your favorite former special agent in charge of the FBI, Jim DiOrio. And yeah, we're breaking down the entire Trump raid. Jim obviously has a lot of thoughts on this, and he didn't leave any on the table. The dude came in here as fired up as I've ever seen him. Obviously, episode 48 is one of the most popular episodes we've ever done in here. People loved him in 73, 74, and 100 as well. So I know you guys are always looking forward to him coming back, and this one was quite timely. It was quite timely. So we recorded it on Wednesday night. There's one or two things we discussed that we've since found out, but other than that, this is mostly just a full analysis of the situation. He got into even like some things he would do to fix the FBI. And in the last hour, we talked a lot about intelligence and some of the agencies as well. So, loaded episode. Please share it around with your friends. If you are on YouTube right now, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button on the video, and as always, would love to see you down in the comments section below. To everyone who is on Apple or Spotify, thank you for checking out the show over there. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a 5-star review on either one of those platforms, and I look forward to seeing you guys again for future episodes. That said, you know what it is. I'm Julian Dory. This is Trendifier, and please welcome my very good friend, Special Agent Jim DiOrio. Jimmy D.
What's up, dude?
Make it make sense for me, brother.
Oh, I wish I could make sense of it myself, but I'm going to give it a really, really good shot. So excited to be here.
I am glad you're here. This was last minute. It was an idea immediately thrown out by a bunch of fans at the same time. One guy hit me, and then two other people were hitting me while I was on the phone with you. Then a bunch of people hit me later in the day, and I was like, he's literally coming in tomorrow. So, naturally, this whole Trump raid has people, depending on what side of the issue or if they're in the middle of the issue, in certain cases, up in arms. And it's very natural to think that, for sure, because it is unprecedented. We haven't seen a former U.S. president ever be raided in any facet by the federal government. So we'll get into everything that's going on right now, what the latest updates are and all that. But first of all, what do you make of this?
Well, my first, I got to be honest, my first initial reaction was one of anger. And I say that because, as we all know, I feel like I'm tight with the audience, and I feel like they understand who I am and what I'm about. And so the first, definitely the first response, or more, I'm embarrassed to say, the first reaction was anger based on the fact that my old agency, many of my people who are still there, who are still doing the job, what they must be feeling. And we were talking a little bit, right, you and I, on the phone, and I talked about the fact that I've been reached out to by a whole bunch of my former folk.
At the FBI.
At the FBI, and many of my classmates from West Point, and the overriding kind of request is, dude, what's going on? What's happening? Where are we at? How does this possibly get off the ground? What do you think? Are you okay? How are the guys? How are the girls? How are the bureau, powers that be? And it was absolutely mind-boggling for me to sit and kind of digest it all, and then try to come to peace so that I could sleep last night. Honestly, I had a hell of a time sleeping, which isn't completely abnormal for me because my head races. But at the same time, where is this coming from? What's the purpose of it, and what are we trying to achieve? And like you said, man, this has never been done before to a sitting president. And I even started thinking back as far as like
Dude, at 10 o'clock, I have a freaking math thingy I have to do from 10 to 11, so yippee, let's make as much money as I can right now.
Like, you know, our first director, right? J. Edgar Hoover, who, you know,
God damn it.
you know, spanned, I think it's 8 or 9 presidents the guy worked for.
Yeah, he lasted a while.
Yeah, he lasted a while, right? Which is why the 10-year, you know, kind of political appointee position is put into place, rightfully so. And I was thinking, like, you know, that now there was a guy who had some agenda, right?
Oh, yeah.
But we got away from that, supposedly, right? And my director, who I came in, I've talked to before a lot, is Louis Freeh, one of the greatest men I've ever met, worked for, or known, and I feel and a good friend. And then we go through the ranks. But at the end of the day, look, what I tried to digest, and I want to try to talk a little bit about the process, which I think is important to understand, and even self-thought and self, you know, kind of realization of the process again, bringing myself back up to speed from where I've been and what I've done in the past, and thinking about it. And there was no place to really put it for me, because I'm like, whoa, there's no other way to look at this, and this is my initial reaction. Then this is a shot across the bow,
right.
You know, trying to remove any chance of this dude running for president again, right?
Do you think that's what it was?
I don't know.
Or do you think,
I don't know.
Put on your little hat right now, do you think it's the opposite?
I don't know. I know you've watched that little piece that he put out immediately after, right? Like a 3 or 4, and it's clearly a campaign item.
Oh yeah,
number one, right?
He had like donate here. At the
Yeah,
end.
exactly. But you know, I thought about a lot of different things that go into the process of actually obtaining a search warrant and how it goes down, and then some of the things that I thought about, things you have to do in order to secure this search warrant, kind of leads me to believe that clearly there's some other things at play, not just outside of the party, or not just outside of the DOJ, not just outside of the Trump family or the Trump support group and team, but inside that. It has to be. There's no other way to secure this particular court order. I saw a bunch of talk to about this, about the judge. I briefly saw his name. The judge who signed
we'll
off.
get to that.
Yeah,
we'll get, because I'm going to ask you specifically about the process at some point here.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I think my overriding reaction, again, embarrassed to say it wasn't a response, it was a reaction, was like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
Like, who is breaking down in the leadership aspect of the DOJ, to include the Bureau? Listen, you know my thoughts on Chris Wray. I think he's a really nice man.
The head of the FBI.
The head of the FBI. He's a really nice man. He's probably a really good attorney. I mean, Lord knows, he defended Chris Christie, as we've talked about before. He was Chris Christie's attorney during Bridgegate.
Wait, really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
He was
I don't
one
think
of the
we have
attorneys.
talked about that.
Okay, so he was one of the attorneys during Bridgegate, right? And actually, Christie's cell phone sat in his safe in his law office, Chris Wray.
And it didn't get broken into.
Correct, and didn't get broke into. And I we'll talk more about this, but the whole deal with, they brought basically like a safe cracker in. No, you're obligated to open the fucking safe.
Yes.
Period.
Once it's in there, I understand how that goes down.
Yes.
But I'm gonna ask a lot of questions around the full search
1,000,000%,
and what went on.
And I want to do that for sure. But I think that was kind of the anger of once again being disappointed in the agency that I served so honorably and so long for, and with so many fantastic people, that I just felt bad. I was heartbroken, to be honest, that we would kind of utilize this particular method of garnering information, that there's many easier and better ways to go about.
And it's heavy coming from you, because I know how much you do truly care about it. You were there for 25 years. Before that, people who have watched this podcast and love Special Agent Jim DiOrio, they know your deal. You were West Point, Army Ranger, the whole bit. You've given your life to this country. And over the past 4 or 5 years, it's been the first time ever in your adult life that you're working outside privately on your own company and business. But, you know, I said in there, could it be the opposite? Like, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it does, like, when we look at this from a high level, it's very interesting coming from you because you're not a Trump guy. You don't like Trump at all. Your friends were around him, Esper, Pompeo, stuff like that. Obviously, Mark has put out, or Secretary Esper has put out a memoir of sorts about his time serving.
Scathing mem.
Right, about his time as Secretary of Defense, and certainly was no fan of the Donald. But looking at this from the high level, I see a guy who is almost doing something new every week to show that he's gone nuts and literally like writing himself off. And yet then I keep seeing the same playbook that I watched in 2015 and 2016 happen, where the media and the full response basically drives people right into his fucking arms. Because I don't care what this was all about, and we're going to talk about that for sure. But if you were going to do this, I don't give a shit what part of that you are. If you're one of the agents collecting the stuff or you're the guy who signed off on it, you knew what the headlines were going to be. The headlines were, it could have been about nothing, and it may very well be about nothing, but the headlines are going to read, FBI raids former President Trump's house. And suddenly everyone's going to be like, well, I'll be dipped in shit. They really do, they are out to get this guy, right? And people will ignore all the other stuff. And suddenly we'll be looking at, instead of 4 years of Trump, we'll be looking at 12. Because we're doing another 4 right now, and then we'll do 4 more with him in office. So I don't think that's a good outcome. But I really want to start at the top, because I have an absolute expert, someone who's done these raids a million times in front of me. So my burning question on this is, when you get an investigation, right, it comes on your desk, whether it's referred to you from police who have already started it or some sort of inquiry, whistleblower, whatever it is the first thought, how soon can we get a warrant to be able to go into X place or Y place where the suspect is?
Not the first thought. I would say that's in the top 10. You know, it's a nice method. It's a way to do business. It's a way to garner information and evidence, because the Bureau's only job is to collect evidence that help to, allow federal prosecutors or the DOJ to move a case forward. That's our job, collect evidence, period, with interest around the United States of America.
Yeah, what's up?
Did you eat my maple donut?
No, I haven't eaten any donuts. Thank you. Nom 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 nom.
Right.
And upholding the law.
And upholding the law, but of crimes, obviously. But we don't necessarily say, yeah, we got to get a search warrant, because it gives us an opportunity to get everything that we need and to move through and whatever. So I want to explain more about that. But it's funny, you said something just a second ago, and that also crossed my mind as far as, leading people or having people think that he is being ramrodded, right? So who would be in best position to benefit from that? Well, himself, his family, those around him, right? So when we talk a little bit about the process of a search warrant, I want to come back to that and talk a little bit more about why that kind of sprung as well in my head. It's kind of disheartening to see the Bureau also talk about this or prove this or show this as a raid, quote unquote, a raid. We were taught, and I taught my people along the way for I guess, a couple of iterations of new folks coming up and becoming senior managers or senior agents and senior managers, then ultimately are the leadership of the Bureau now. We never talked about raids, because that sounds like, it sounds a little bit paramilitary. We're raiding. No, we're executing a search warrant, and we're executing a search warrant that's very specific in scope, and that has there's a factor with regards to probable cause that says it's more likely than not that we will find evidence of a specific crime, a specific criminal action. So I am very curious and kind of antsy about getting a chance, and usually they'll publish this particular warrant at some point, or at least what we call it's kind of an addendum, which lists everything that we're looking for. It might not give the actual lead up. They may not be able to lead up of here's how this was presented to a federal judge, and then ultimately here's the different things. Here's the scope of the warrant, things that we're looking for that prove one of, I think it's 2,000 federal statutes that can be violated based on this.
When you hand someone a warrant like this one,
Yes.
for example, we're going to
Yes.
search a 128 room building.
Yes.
How long is that warrant? Is this like one of those SEC contracts where it's like 50 pages and a
this
bunch
is going to
of
be
print,
this is
or-
going to be huge because each particular room and area has to be specified with a description of that area, what it looks like, where the most likely spaces are going to be that evidence can be stored, what kind of evidence we're looking for, where the file cabinets are, where the desks are, if there's computers, where the windows are, what the outside of that particular room looks like, to include decor, the outside of the home, the gates, the fences, the water around. All that has to be particularly described, and all of that can actually be in a court hearing can actually be defended and actually be tried as part of a court hearing to suppress evidence.
Sure.
So if you think about the specifics with regards to this particular warrant, it took a hell of a lot of time, it took a hell of a lot of effort, and it took somebody on the inside.
What do you mean by that?
Well, okay, so how am I going to get... Back in the old days, without giving up too much information, and I said the old days only because I'm an old guy, and back when I worked cases, and we would want to pursue a search warrant application, by the way, which we always talk about the 2/3 rule. So the good assistant United States attorneys would want us to exhaust every other method of investigation.
Can you just tell people who haven't heard what
Sure.
the 2/3 rule is?
Yeah, so 2/3 rule is, basically you've got two people that kind of do the work and one person that doesn't do a damn
On
thing.
average.
On average, right? So, and that's accepted, and that's just the way it is. So, same thing on the U.S. Attorney's Office, same thing on the DOJ. Got a couple people that are looking to just move through, get their experience, and go get the big job, right? So you always want that career federal prosecutor, because they're going to listen to your, kind of your plan of action, your investigative plan of action. And that would be, for me, the ultimate goal in a criminal investigation is to get up on people's phones, right, to wiretap. You know how impossible that is? It's pretty much almost impossible without exhausting every other method of investigation.
Because I'm going to forget the years, but there was like a 7 or 8 year bracket. I want to say it was like 2005 to 2012, but don't quote me on that part.
Yeah.
Where there were, and I forget the title. What's the title for
it's
wiretaps?
a Title 3. Title 3 is
no,
a wiretap.
that might be it, but
Yeah.
there's a superseding law that they wrote
Yeah,
in.
like Title 18 that has portions of it that indicate Title 3, which
Maybe.
is really Title 3 is more the application method. So what are you actually doing? How are you actually picking up the transmissions, right?
The bottom line is, between those years, there were roughly 20,000 applications in secret courts to get these wiretaps on
Yes.
behalf of government, and the judges turned down 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The idea that of 20,000 investigations, 19,994 of them had fully exhausted everything and had proven on paper correctly with the proper evidence that they had fully exhausted everything is ridiculous. So I am a little skeptical when I hear someone say, it's really, really hard to get.
But I can understand that you're skeptical, but of the millions that were brought forward and discussed with regards to being able to do this. So, there are certain things that you
You're
can't
saying
do.
before going to the court.
Right. So one of the things that, we used to talk about, and what a lot of the really good federal prosecutors would say is, hey, let's surveil. Why can't we surveil these folks? Because what we're trying to do sometimes on a Title III is just to make connections, to make links. Right, so if I can quickly and lazily hear it on the phone that you're talking to me, well, I know we're linked in some form or fashion, and then I can go and do my work. But I can also surveil you, and I can also tell, oh, wait a minute, you guys met up, you went and grabbed a cup of coffee, okay, so you're linked in that particular form or fashion, right? So what we always looked at, though, was, is there some type of counter surveillance acumen on the part of the people that we're looking at? And depending on the nature of the crime and depending on kind of the groups of folks that we were looking at, some of them were extremely skilled in counter surveillance. So we couldn't do that, right?
Sure.
One of the methods that you have to exhaust is interview.
Yes.
Interviews, right? So am I going to come? Let me come to the drug dealer and say, "Hey, man, are you selling drugs?" exhausted.
Yeah.
Let's go up on the phones. No, of course not, right? Of course not. But I think one of the bigger things that you got to think about when it comes to a search warrant, and I've heard a lot of this going on in the last 24 hours with people, talking heads, basically sitting on the news channels and saying, things, basically talking about the process and then talking about the probable cause that it takes to get a search warrant, kind of signed off on. What they haven't mentioned is the fact that the investigation that surrounds that application for a search warrant is normally so exhaustive by the 2/3, is so exhaustive. The good ones. So exhaustive that search warrant has already been written throughout the course of the the investigative plan of action. When I used to think of it's a guide, it's an outline for what down the line may be the indictment, or down the line may be the information that that particular person who's charged or not charged may sign to sign a plea agreement. It lines up exactly what our thought process is going forward in order to, one, prove the investigation and our plan of action, what we're going to do, and two, it's utilized to gain and garner that search warrant. Now, we cannot do that without having a source or someone on the inside that's feeding us that information. That's what concerns me.
So your implication there, if I'm understanding this correctly, is that there is someone presently working around Trump for him in some capacity who is effectively leaking in their rat.
That, or the only other thought there is that there's a source that at one point was working in or around that knows of or had information regarding the presence or existence of evidence that is in or around that residence, right? However, that being said, there's a very, very strong stipulation within search warrant law that says you must have a fresh kind of recollection or a fresh idea with regards to why you're going in now. So in other words, if 6 or 8 months ago it was known that some paper or some document that was supposed to be secured was sitting on the desk in room 121 in the mansion, where is it today? That's the question that a good federal prosecutor is asked. Well, okay, it was there 8 months ago. Well, what? Some of us have shit that was been laying around for 8 months in our house, but a lot of us don't. So we have to continue to freshen up right to the 30-day pre-operation kind of time frame.
Why is 30 days significant?
I mean, it's 30, 60, something along those lines. There's a statute implication that indicates, hey, we need a fresh warrant. So sometimes what the Bureau will do is they'll they'll check mail. They'll do like a kind of is mail from a statement on a bank still going to this address.
Wait, hold on. Now you lost me. What does that have to do with it being with what they're going after being fresh?
Well, I mean, the bottom line is you want to make sure. In this case, we know. I mean, it's pretty publicized that Donald Trump's residence is that residence. But I'm talking like take it outside of the realm of this. Take it to, hey, somebody was leasing a home in downtown Philadelphia, right? And 6 months ago, a source or someone else was visiting that home and saw a illegal weapon, sitting on top of a countertop within that kitchen, right? Well, we don't know if the lease is now expired and that person's gone, so we don't want to take a chance at going into the wrong residence or the wrong house. So we freshen it up.
The only level of proof, when you say freshen it up,
yes,
the only level of proof is that the structure or place where they exist or go is still the thing. That's
correct.
It.
That's
but the other part, that 6 months ago, that gun thing doesn't have to be fresh. You can be like, someone saw it, that's good enough, we prove they still live there.
As long as we know the person's still there. Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Okay, that's an interesting, that's very important.
Absolutely.
Details. Okay.
So, my thought would be, and the conspiracy theorist side of me says, someone was informing the FBI, and then the FBI was informing a federal prosecutor that, in fact, this is the way it looks in here. These are where the things that we're looking for were placed. This is what the description of those things were. This is who carried the information or those pieces of evidence into or out of the location, and most importantly, hey guys, you better hustle up and go, because I have a feeling that those things can be destroyed if we don't get it, X, whatever the hour was. Well, I guess they came in the evening, right?
Well, this is the other thing.
Yeah.
Now, it is a 128-room building that they were in.
Yep.
But they were there reportedly, according to multiple sources online, from approximately 9 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Okay.
How normal is it to have a 9.5-hour check?
I've had 36-hour search warrants.
Really? On what? So can you give me an example of that?
All different types of cases. Like I've had one on an environmental case.
So
where
what
there
would
was
take
so
36
much,
hours?
There was so much to discovered and documented and reviewed to make sure it was within scope, and then there was a larger area that came off of the fact our initial search discovered, hey, we may have to look in X area as well, so it expands the search.
Where was this? Like what? You don't have to say exactly where, but what type of place? What type of?
A factory, like a manufacturing facility.
Okay.
So a manufacturing
big place.
facility, big place.
Okay.
Yeah, big place. With a storefront and with its own manufacturing piece to it.
Now, what about the rules of what you take, too?
Yes.
So are there types of... Do certain warrants say you have a warrant...
Dude, once this hour's up, I'm going to take, like, a thing with, like, because obviously we got to have the timer reset. And if I get 2x powder, I'm going to be a wee bit salty. I might do a bit of powder mining. Dude. I'm gonna hit 16 an hour. Like, what? Dude, I got like 14.1. So it's probably gonna be like 18. And it's not like I'm being super efficient. I'm like clicked on, clicked off, clicked on. Like, dude, I'm like, I don't know, 19's probably possible for me, right? 19, 20, not 20. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, yeah. Dude, if I get at least another hour in, easily, right? 'Cause I could... Dude, it's fucking 8 p.m. and, like, it's light outside. Every summer, this fuck with my brain. Dude. So for the past week, I do boxing, right? Anyone who knows me in real life knows I do boxing, right? Actually, one of my friends like, oh, you're not a boxer, you don't box, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, no. So, actually, kind of funny that I was punching the bag one day, and there's like 3 coaches, but like the main coach was like, damn, I gotta get you fighting, and I'm like, what? But I don't think I'm ready to fight, not because I can't punch hard. I gotta learn how to like dodge, block. I just gotta, I gotta do shit like that. But yeah, let's see. Let's see how it goes. And so for the last week, there's been no boxing because they down in Texas with a fight. So look at that, 16 an hour. Probably gonna keep going up. What? That's easily over 10 stacks, alright, yeah. It's like off NPC sell price too, so you add easily 1.5 mil. No. 222 just looks so cool. I had this thing where every 100 hours that I update my Discord, like 4.5k hours Scott Block helped me, or like 4.7k. I haven't updated it since like 4.6k. I'm at like 5.5. I'm at like 5. It looks like 16 and a half roughly is where I cap, but it's probably way more because of price and shits. The 150k, dude, I started mining with like 50k powder. So in like an hour and 40, I've gotten like 100k powder. Technically not 100k yet, but it's gonna be 100 just off mining gemstones. So like with 2x powders, right? So like I don't know, 4 2x powders in the past hour 40. So I don't know, maybe I'd get 50k, 25k, 30, 40k an hour powder wise. Not great. Oh shoot. Man. It looks like 16 is about gonna be the cap. On that at least. So we'll see how much that really is. Even off NPC, it's gonna be like probably at least 600k higher. So 6, something like that. There's a chance I need a refuel. I don't know. If you do the math, I've made like 1.2 mil every hour I've played Skyblock. So I got net worth. Like the highest net worth bot puts me 5.2, but then 1.2 billion coin minions set up, and then a bunch of T11 minions, and then T5 beacon, hyper cat. That's all included. Now that I think about it, there's like another at least 60 million, maybe 70 million in non-slime minions that I've placed on my island. Chest, like, yeah. Like shit that just isn't counted for, dude, you know. Yeah, I remember the plan was literally like unlock Atom Split and then mine till I could afford Atom Split. Luckily, I sold Rev Armor because I'm never gonna use that shit, and it's realistically only gonna go down in price because it's not useful. No, like you don't need it. Necron is fine, and yeah, it's like you use if you're end game, you use like Dominance or use like Veteran, Magic Find, right? And then if you like any other game, you just use like Necron, dude. It's like no one uses Rev Armor anymore. Alright, so yeah, it's like the only time and like no one does revs because you can't rev trade anymore. They fucking killed that shit. Low key, kinda gay, but yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I want to get some God War Crimson Armor. I did not realize that shit is like 200 mil, 300 mil, like per piece. Crazy. And I gotta unlock Kudra actually. So I've done jack shit. The only thing I've done in the Crimson Island is just it's just like mine. Or no, like dojo. And I'm like 200 score off the second to last belt. Isn't max power like 2200? Isn't there like a mythic like accessory? I saw some dude with like the van armor, like a mythic accessory, equipment, like a mythic equipment, but like it wasn't even on like the glistening. I think it would. Yeah. So I don't know, cause the reforges aren't too expensive. It was like what, $1 mil, if not less. I don't know. Dude, I had the Hex unlocked, but like now it's not unlocked. What did I take out of it? Oh, hose. I put hose in there. I soul bounded like my most expensive hose. Like a wheat hoe, and then like 140 million cane. Dude, maxing. Did anyone have a max gold, like max crop milestone, max composter, maxed everything? Cause it's 100,000 copper, just for, it's like 170,000 copper just for like the crop upgrades alone. So, and then it's another like, God, easily again, like, dude, I don't know. It's like, I don't know, like, yeah. I have like 8K copper, 9K copper, something like that. Am I gonna break 500 jade in 11 minutes? Probably. I'm still gonna make like 17. This is, I think after every time I mine, because I don't mind. I use like 9, I feel like I use like 8K fuel like every hour. So if I do like refuel after every hour, yeah, I'm gonna be wasting a bit, but it's what, like 30K? And overall, I don't know. Because I need to wait for, there's a bit of downtime. There's like 5-minute downtime for like the thingy to go away, the tracker, I guess. Yeah, it's hovering around 6, so 16. Not bad, because that's like, again, what did I say, 1-2 mil increase just from from having a full sack. And okay, well, I don't like mining that one. Normally I'd skip it, but I don't know, sometimes I'm too good, too fast, I can't skip them. Hope this dude doesn't leave. Yeah, because doing a mining fiesta is the best strategy. Finding a day, like an hour, 2 hours before the fiesta, find like a day 10 lobby, just mine into the van thingy for 2 hours, and then boom, you got a divan. Because I don't like I have like the roots just because I don't want to, I don't know where it is, and I don't care to turn it off. Yeah, I'm gonna have to refill the drill. Nice. Issue, I think I know where I put the tunnel though, so should be pretty fast. Oh my god, dude, I'm like, why the fuck am I getting no? I'm doing some mithril commissions because I want maxed season mine man, because then I'd have every mithril perk unlocked maxed. I don't know if I want to go, because when you have maxed powder, you don't need powder buff. So when that happens, because it's gonna happen eventually for that skid blocker EXP, I want to have Quick Forge and then Sky Mall. Alright. In my room. It can go slightly above like 6, but it has to come down because mining, mining speed boost low key, like high, like carries, alright. Me and the boys going to Oregon. Streaming 2 hours, 15 minutes. No viewers. I streamed like 4 or 5 hours today. Will water prism. Will, I don't know. After this next ironing speed boost, we'll go refuel the drill. That's the damn Zodiac killer right there. You can pause your watch history? What the fuck? My YouTube watch history isn't that bad. It's like a lot of YouTube shorts. I don't know why my science teacher hated me. Like, I'd fall asleep in the class. Oh my god, dude. The science teacher is so, oh my dude, the health teacher, in my opinion, the health teacher at my school, pretty fucking underrated. Let me explain why. He didn't give a fuck. I'm pretty sure you could start smoking in the back of his class, he wouldn't fucking care. Like, if no one pointed it out, he just wouldn't care, dude. And one time, hey, dude, like, he just didn't care. He, like, never fucking cared. Like, I loved him for that, but he just never would. Which was, yeah, but, you know, it was chill, dude. I don't know, I remember one time I was roasting the fuck out of this girl. Dude, she was kidding. And, dude, oh my, the same fucking girl, like, literally, later that day, after class, she fucking hit me with a water bottle. She hit, like, my arm, and I'm like, fucking weak, maybe put some, and it was, like, empty, right, so, and, like, fucking weak, put some water in next time. And then she fucking hit me again, like, the next day. I'm gonna get, like, 15.5. Probably something like that. Let's see what we're at, yeah. Yeah, 15.5s, yeah, no. Yeah, I'm not gonna get 16, but I'm gonna get in on that, right? But I'm gonna get damn close. Mining speed boost, coming clutch. I don't know what the rarest item I've dropped is. Dropped Scythe Blade. Never dropped any, like, thingy from T5 Rev other than, like, normal shit. No overflux. I dropped a grizzly bait, I think. I dropped a surprisingly little amount of, like, spider drops. Like, not a lot. Low-key kinda sad about that, but yeah. Okay, yeah, we gotta continue to mine over here, I guess. I'm gonna be 100k off. That's gonna make me fucking sad. No, maybe we'll get blessed and we'll just get 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. Okay, that's some high quality lag. Yeah, 15.5, so probably like 17 is not bad at all. Because I got 1.4 mil more than what it said. So that's 17, maybe 17 and a half, I don't know. Plus we got more to go. I don't want to switch lobby because this is like a great ass lobby. That looks regrown enough, I guess. Yeah, it's yeah. Okay, or not, I don't know, it's fine. We'll just mine blocks as they appear, basically. That one looks regrown for some reason. I don't know. Yeah, this one, the fuck? Okay. Yeah, about a minute to go, so. Yeah. I think I've gotten maybe half of this time with 2x powder, alright, so. Yeah. I'll probably get like 40. I don't know. So it says I'm gonna have like 15.7 basically. I think I'm gonna have like 17.7 or like 17.5. Or to stop once the time track hits 1 hour. Sure. Boom. This is worth about 10k, so I guess we'll keep it. Okay. Okay. That's fucking perfectly accurate. Goddamn. We got more than the first time though. 16.30. Not bad. But only 600k more. Yeah. But yeah, so our trace, no, fuck, 16.3, so 16.3, so only 800k increase, but you know, that's cool. What is that to NPC then? Or that 9799 times 19200. That's long. 15.3. Right. So. Trouble. Alright, time to get some Subway. That's in my room. Subway, get over here. I need to eat. Alright, so I know it's running at like 30-ish mil. I guess 60 would be nice.
Warrant to search the premises for X object, but not anything else. And then are there some warrants that say you have a warrant to search everything?
No, there's no warrant that's going to say everything. The scope's going to be defined, however, and it's going to be defined not just by chronological order, like in dates. So from 1 September 1999 to 1 September 2006. But it's also going to say, here are the things that pertain to these particular items, these particular topics, I should say. So let's just say everything that pertains to, United Airline ticket vouchers. Okay. Let's say from this date to this date, right? So you can take that.
Mabu, like, what you got on you? Like, oh, he got the now.
Delete that! These are the things that push my buttons. Why would you post that with no clarification whatsoever? It was a fake firearm, and now I might have to take legal action. The Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
Mabu, like, what you got on you? Like, oh, he got the now.
That, but you can review as you're looking for that stuff. You have to review everything, right? So you can't just assume, oh, wait a minute, there's a box for United Airline ticket vouchers. Grab that and just leave everything else behind. No, you're going to review everything to make sure you're not missing one that was stuck into another file or whatever. However, that being said, there's plain view is a doctrine within any law enforcement, any statute, any legal kind of representation. And plain view means, hey, if I'm in here and I'm only searching for documents, but all of a sudden I look over and I see a pipe bomb. Okay, that's plain view. However, what you're required to do is to call back to the federal magistrate and to, through your federal prosecutor, and
This secluded island in Colombia houses over 250 people who struggle on a daily basis with getting water from their well, preserving food, and even basic communication with the outside world is impossible. This leads to massive threats during emergencies, limited opportunity for economic growth, and the inability to learn from the internet. Their isolation is severely impacting their lives. So this is exactly why I'm sending Dan and Darren there right away. To help build a solar grid which will provide reliable electricity, to install internet, and then surprise them with an everlasting food source.
When we first got here, we were blown away by how resourceful these people are, with how little they have. After talking to a few locals, we learned that there hasn't been much of an opportunity for the women on the island to earn money for themselves. Most of them are overly reliant on their husbands.
However, on the first night, Darren met Sandra, the only female fisherman on the island, who offered to teach him how to fish. But Dan had a different plan.
Boats make Darren very jittery, especially small ones, so Sandra and I have come up with a plan to capsize the boat.
The boat's already sinking.
So you've got to fish, dude. Just try.
Yes, you can. No, you're fishing.
We are lying in what's left of our
dignity.
The next morning, it was time to get to work. Alongside Give Power and Better Earth, two awesome organizations who didn't just provide us with the necessary equipment to bring this vision to life, but also flew out some of their best team members to help Darren, as he was clearly struggling.
It's been absolutely brutal working in this heat. Part of the surprise to the community was not just reliable electricity and internet, but also to turn this empty shell of a building next door into a fully functioning bakery, and to empower the women on the island to create an everlasting source of income and sustainable fresh food for their island and communities.
When Darren's seen doing manual labor in these videos, it's only for a smidgen of time. For the rest of the time, he's doing that.
Darren!
I was dreaming about air conditioning and internet.
Darren was starting to go crazy without internet, and when failing to find any, he noticed that almost everyone has phones, but no internet. For them. So he set out to find out why.
Carol was telling me that she has to record a TikTok and then have her cousin take it to the mainland, upload it, and then she'd have to wait 2 weeks to see if anybody had even watched it. But this will provide so much more than just access to social media. Internet will be a lifeline to this community. This is a way for their kids to get educated. This is a way for them to find solutions to problems they run into. This is a way for them to communicate with the outside world when there's an emergency over here.
After 4 brutal days of labor, everyone came together to make the impossible possible by converting what was once just a broken home into an incredible source of food and income. Get the solar panels in place as well as set up the Wi-Fi satellite dish.
Even though we're on an island that has no internet access whatsoever, the kids here still know about Mr. Beast. And when he found out about this, he sent them a special message which we're about to surprise them with.
Hola, it's Mr. Beast. Isla Renzar Los Amor. No habla español, but I'm very grateful for you.
I want to thank a long-term partner and amazing sponsor of ours, Electric E-Bikes. Just this year alone, they've helped Beast Philanthropy change tens of thousands of lives all around the world, which is in line with their company mission, to improve the world and better people's lives while being energy efficient. I haven't told anyone this before, but I actually can't ride a bike.
What's up?
I can make that trim
that shrimp, garlic shrimp, or I have tacos right now. I can chop up some tomatoes and onion.
I actually just
with
had the
meat
other.
and cheese.
I just had the other half my Subway, so.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. How you doing? Love you.
Love you. Love you. Bye. You know what? Can you help your dad load, your Diet Pepsi, Diet Dr. Pepper, that kind of stuff into for the trip? Okay. He's out there. He's gonna wash the cooler, but in the next 15 minutes, come out.
Yeah.
Come on, Frankie.
You're freaky.
Thank you for doing this, Darren.
Oh yeah, of course.
Why are your arms shaking so much?
Trying not to let you fall.
We've been faking it this whole time. Check out their website, click the link in the description down below, and let's go back to the video. The next morning, the women were up at dawn and had already started baking and delivering fresh bread. Carol was recording TikToks, and the school kids had a new way to learn and grow. To see the island transform like this in literally 4 days was incredible, and we are so grateful to the locals for inviting us to their beautiful island, which we...
Alright, I'm gonna go help our dad, and then another hour meeting.
What do you have to go to Home Depot for?
everything to leak my home address. Yeah. We spent 80% of this stream streaming. No, mining jade. Yeah. That's pretty cool, not gonna lie. I didn't put any hashtag no description, so I'm not surprised that no one has joined. What video are we watching? Mom, dude, Trevor Wallace is so fucking funny. Why do I love him so much? That the fucking Diet Coke video he made. That's why I like it. Oh my god. Why are so many videos like the best start in hardcore? I had the best start in high. Dude, I got that. Dude, I want to have like 5 Minecraft accounts just on my one account just so I can funnel all that money. Boom. Boom. But I don't mind like being AFK for a bit because I know no one's gonna watch, which is kind of sad. But like, oh, that's what I need to do on the. If he falls, he fucking dies. What about that flaction? The angry BTD6. Cheating to always win Monopoly. Win rate, 20% win rate. Ooh, Mr. Nightmare. Do I turn the LGB? LGB? Is it LGB lights? Huh? It's all GB. It's all GB. Oh, okay. Do we turn off the all GB lights to be more spooky when we watch Mr. Nightmare? I don't know shit. I just gotta shut my closet door. I want to do this. Yes. Dude, I spent 2 hours trying to fixing my 4x4 because in social studies I broke it. I swear to God, I literally broke it. So I spent 2 hours this morning at 2 a.m. That's when I finished it. I was gonna go to bed at 10. It was like 12. I literally remember I was in the shower like I'm gonna go to bed after this, and I'm like, you should really fix your 4x4 because then you have something to do on the 3-hour drive. Damn it, I missed. So obviously for those of you bitches who don't know, I drink a lot of Diet Coke. So oftentimes I'm lazy, so what I'll do is I'll try to throw into my trash can from my desk. If I make it, let's go. If I miss it, still have to get up. Mr. Nightmare, let's go. Can I just get like a playlist going? Fuck. Alright, let's just go like back to like 5. Dude, both been uploading so much recently. Love it. What's like? Give me like fucking sure paranormal videos to keep me up at night. We can go with that. Oh sweet, 2x powder.
A Redditor by the name of Jessica shared footage she recorded in the Airbnb she was renting. There wasn't supposed to be anybody else in the rental, and she didn't even meet the owners as the keys were left in the mailbox. Shortly into her stay, she was getting ready to take a shower when she started hearing sounds from inside.
Yeah, I don't know. Cause I don't know what do I want to do. Cause saving up 750k powder to get Sky Mall would help me get more powder because I can get increased mining speed, more blocks broken, more powder, just straight up more powder, or reduce mining speed cooldown, which makes me have my mining speed go faster, meaning I can break more blocks. And I'm only 600k off. I don't know. Why am I only at 15 million? No! The Pennington. The Benjamin. The penny depends. Yes, baby, give me that 17 million dollars. Damn. Am I just getting stupid lucky? Yeah. Got really lucky. Nah, man. I feel like I'm getting more EXP now. Does Legion affect your mining speed and fortune? Because if it does, 35, what's that? 24% increase? 200 fortune, and I've got 1,000 speed. Dude. Is there really a point to max out like the powder, like the more powder buff thingy? Cause like it does affect like the daily shit where it's like, oh, when you break the first like mithril or gemstone of the day, it's like 4k, 5k powder without the double powder. I don't know. I think when I was mining Enderman, I remember whenever like 5 people or like 3 extra people would start to like mine, most times I'll leave, but then I realized if I don't leave, then the other people will leave because there's too many other people, and then it's like no one there. So just don't leave lobbies ever, right? Like especially in something like Crystal Hollows, because you can have one dude mining Throne, one dude mining Spiral, someone mining like down there, like so like yeah. Like, one dude fucking... Yeah. So I'm making more money. I don't know if I'm just getting better RNG from Pristine. I don't know. What if you got saved to Toad so many times? When you get saved to Toad, they ignore it. That's genius. I had someone, it's like, none of the fucking friends, all my friends are like online. It's like, no one's online. And no one has been online for the past like 3 fucking days. Like, what, they all go camping same time? Huh? I don't know, man. What, did like gemstone prices suddenly like jump or something? I just got 100 gem. I just got 100 in one thingy. Price of these are fucking same. That's the most amount I've ever gotten. So I with enough RNG and a mining pistol, I could do that. The Pandora's box. Now it's like 25k in one block. And I put like a block a second off mining speed boost, and then on mining speed boost it's like 2. So yeah, imagine getting 25k a second. What's that? 250k, 1.5 mil, 90 mil an hour, something like that. Double that. And theoretically, you can make. The theoretical limit, like assuming RNG is on your fucking, assuming RNG is like dick riding you, you can get like probably 200 mil an hour. No, definitely 200 mil an hour. I'm really mining just so I can buy a bunch of fucking hats. A lot of them have like editions, like edition on it, like edition 1, edition 10. I think I have all the crab hats. Oh shit, I actually might not. No, I definitely don't. I want to get those because I have every cake. So, you know. I don't know. Once we're done mining, we'll see how much powder we have, and then we'll see because I think what I said I was gonna do is I'd spend all the powder from mining gemstones on stuff like Great Explorer, but all the powder from like powder mining on like money, right? So yeah, I don't know. I remember I had like 50k powder, so I've gained about 120k powder. Not bad, but a lot of that is due to double powder. Yeah, I'll probably get like 30k powder. Probably like 33k powder an hour without double powder. So getting 20 million would take 3. I'm trying to do the math. 20 million. I already have 2 million, so 18 million. 10 hours would be 330, 100, 3.3, 600 hours? if I'm mining gemstones. But in the 500-600 hours, let's say I'm making 16 an hour, 16 times 100, 1.6 bill. I don't know, man. Something like regenerate faster. Oh, I guess we're stuck here. Am I just like mining faster or something? I don't know. Give me like something good, game. Okay. The last one I made like what 16.3, so I could make like 17 here. What's 6 times 3? 18? 8, okay. Well, it's not gonna be 18 an hour. 17 is probably possible. We'll check it like the 15-minute mark. I guess I just have to mine more of each like vein. I don't know. I hate people who like, oh no, you can't get rich because, you know, nah. Shut the fuck up. At the current rate I make money, probably have a hype in 110, 120 hours. Probably take me 2 weeks. I don't know. Because more powder from that. Because if I'm gonna powder mine, then yeah, I don't know. I think I'm not gonna upgrade my mold because I like this like the 100% chance. I think I have it like breaking like 5 blocks, so it's like 7 blocks per break. So if I just dump it all, I think the plan is, because I can dump it in like the powder one. That's one just is like give you more powder, and if I'm mining gemstones or if I'm mining, if I'm powder mining, that's just gonna straight up give me more powder, right? And that's what I want. So I don't know. I don't mind that I'm making no money, but I just wonder why. But I'm really happy. It is still light outside. There's still some light outside. It doesn't get like dark till like 9. A lot of people didn't even realize, like, stayed up till 3 a.m. Fucking stay up till like 3 a.m. Like, what are you doing at 3 a.m.? Like, I see you viewing my story at 3 a.m. that I posted a minute ago. Like, oh. I'm not, like, addicted to the internet. Now, you might say, but retard, don't you have 5,000 hours in Skyblock? Is Skyblock the internet? No, but for real, when I got my shit taken, right, I just started like working out more, just fucking being a fucking good human, right? So, you know, if you generally have like an addiction to the internet, Jesus fucking Christ, I'm terminally online, but I'm not like, it's not like, yeah, I don't know. Stop being a retard. Did I say that anymore? I don't know. Bro, what is bro doing? Yeah, 16-4 is about right. What's wrong with the TikTokity walkity? You know what people say digital footprint? Oh my god. Damn, almost 3 hours of streaming. I'm gonna spend like at least a quarter of the time mining. I don't really care. I'm gonna be 10:30. It's gonna be 10:30 by the time I hit 60 mil. If I can make 60 mil in a day, that's what, 10 days to hit 600, 30 days to get a hype. That's just 4 hours a day, dude. Dude, the amount of, dude, so I'm leaving tomorrow at like 1 p.m. You know, I kind of want to, no, dude, if I see like any like expensive ass pets, legendary skaters, E-dragons with pet candies, bro, you can literally get pet candies fucking removed. Do you not understand? How much are these skins worth? I bought them at like 20 each. I remember they spiked to like 60, and now they're back down. But I think I'll sell them at, if they hit 100 mil like per skin, then I'll sell them. Right? I don't like having purse, but that's what I'm gonna spend it on shit. Cause I have every cake in the game, like all of the cakes. I have, what day do lobbies close though? It take what, 5 hours? 3 days is an hour, 15 days. Alright, this lobby's been open for coming on like 6 hours and like 6 hours. I've been here for like half of that lobby. And I've been here since day 10. I don't mind that we're not getting any like 2x powders, but yeah. Because in the morning I want to do some more mining too, because you know. Yeah, because how much are the hats gonna be? 1 in 8. If probably gonna give a stat. They're probably talismans. I could probably get one and then still buy the full set, because then I can have one and have them on display. I have one video on my TikTok, and it's me in gym class. I'm in a like the thingy to carry the balls in, and then my friend is pushing me, and then we both just fucking, what happens is the cart thingy I'm in falls on a crack because the wheels are tiny as shit. and then in the video my phone recording, it's like, oh shit. And what's funny, the friend who was pushing me was skipping science. Like, that man skipped science. But not science, it's like math help. Fucking dog skipped it every fucking day. He'd always come visit us in gym class. And like, well, I'm happy. Anyway, so like 2 weeks left of school, and I obviously showed the teacher, the science teacher, because she was also a science teacher, the video. The same day I showed the teacher the video, that friend fucking joins us. So the teacher is like, oh, this kid literally skipped my class, and I have video proof of it, and I'll let him go. It's like, dude. Shit's funny. I should have recorded it from my POV, but I don't know if I have my phone on me. Oh, I remember what's funny is I would not bring my phone to school for a while, but then I'm like, Mom, because I do boxing, so I'm like, you know, cardio, I run a shit ton of miles. I'm like, Mom, I need my phone to count my steps. We love moms. That's all I gotta say. Still the same price. Let's see how much I end up with. It's gonna be more than I ever had made before. I think I'm just getting really lucky because I'm seeing a lot of like 40, 60, 60, 60, 40, like 40. I feel like a stupid amount of powder. I think how it works is, I don't know how, yeah, I don't know. Because I can dump powder into Great Explorer, then when I get that max, dump it into Powder Buff, and then when that's max, dump it into, I don't know. I think I make like 30k powder an hour, because in 2 hours I got 100k powder. Half of that was being in 2x powder, so I think 30k, because double 30k is 60, 60, 66 plus 33 is 100, so yeah. The Mathington is Chuckington. If I walked to school on the first day with glasses on, would they ask any questions? I can make 400 mil in a day. Something like that. Like theoretically, right? Like no shitting, no eating, no pissing, no drinking water, no downtime, no refuel, right? Am I just mining like too fast? I think I am. Should have to go here. But we started making like 14.1, now we're at 16, so you know. Oh, I forgot, this one doesn't regrow after this. Forgot. It kind of like stopped regrowing after this, so you know. Yippies. Yeah. There's so many stories, can't wait to tell. I can't tell them now because I just can't. How long have you been streaming for? 3 hours 6? Okay. I'll probably get like 17 mil after the hour was complete. No, the other dude left. Okay, isn't it 19? If the lobby resets, I might say fuck it. I'm not finding another lobby. I'm just getting extremely lucky with the 40s and the 6. I just think I'm getting mad lucky. Like, that's gonna drop me down. Yeah, I don't think I've gotten luck like this before. I think I'm just getting really lucky, which I'm fine with, but if it continues this way, then let's go. Because I do wonder what the theoretical max is. What, you know, because it's at least 200 mil, right? So, because you can get Mining Fiesta, and then you can get like 200 flawed in one block. Easy, probably closer to 240, but that's 50k. You can get that 3 times, so that's 150k in a second. Times that, 200 mil an hour, dude. But obviously, the most you can reality get like, you know, 80. Yeah. Dude, we out here getting bitches in my dreams, yeah. I was in gym class talking to this girl, and I was telling her a story on how there was a boat with about 150 cows on it, and they all catapulted them into the ocean. One guy asked another guy, "What about the cows?" The guy responded with, "Fuck them cows." My friend who was like behind the girl, like listening, was like, "Bro, you got negative with them." Like, shut the fuck up. You play World of Tanks. You cannot be talking. He decided to stay silent. Let's go, dude. I'm getting 300 more mining speed. That's totally worth it. Totally worth it. Dude, that's kind of crazy, especially for me. The McNicking ting. Dude, we are making bank. I don't know, I feel like, I don't know if it's just because I've mined for so many hundreds, if not 1,000 hours, but I don't know, mining and farming, I feel like are relatively easy, like the same like level of like, it's like the jump from mining to farming isn't that bad, because I've been doing this for 2.5 hours now. Granted, I've been streaming for, so I've 40 minutes of not mining, but I've made more money, right? Even in the peak of farming, I'd make, I don't know, 10 mil an hour. I've beat that in 2 hours. It's 50% better for me. and maxed farming versus maxed mining. That's like a toddler versus a 10-year-old. Oh man, I remember I was like, if they don't mention like they're working on a forging update before the end, I remember if by 2024 they have not mentioned plans on a forging update, then I'm gonna just jerry box it. I am sad to say that I am not going to be jerry boxing it. Yeah, I think like the guy like Zach on YouTube Shorts who just says out of pocket shit, man. Like, dude, that man, no way, that man's, dude. We love him. We love Zach. That's all I gotta say. Oh, that's a story I gotta tell in like a decade. But it's a good fucking story. Yeah. Dude, the RNG just loves me today. Or this hour, I guess. I might not run out of fuel. I hope I don't. Okay, I'm lagging. Damn, but that's crazy. I don't know, because depending on the price of them, I could just buy 8 and then like, you know, so I'd have 9 total. Oh shit, I'm gonna need a Jacobus. Okay, if I didn't get DC'd, trying to thonk, the nice Thonkington, oh yeah, I'm gonna need to spend like $5 on a Jacobus slot, if it's a talisman. Is it, I feel like it's gonna be a talisman, cause crab hats or tallies. I might want to message Cameron Mine and be like, yo, I want to buy one of every hat color thingy, but I don't want to spend a shit ton of money. So can you slide me? You know, can you slide me, dog? You know, McMill. I remember when Cameron Mine was like, oh, you give me any amount of money, I'll give you like 10% back in like 2-4 months. I had like 500 mil or like 200 mil, and I'm like, I give it to him, I get like what, 250 mil back in 2 months. I keep it with myself, I get that in a month. So I decided not to go, and I'm not banned, so dubski. Back up to 16 mil an hour, but we gotta get that back up to 16.4. Why? My ego demands it. Well, I have a friend, every day at lunch, he'd steal my lunch, right? It was like the last day of school, and I'm like, I stole his lunch. He was so fucking mad. Shit was hilarious. Okay, we're back up to 6-1. I have a ping on Discord. Whatever. I'm gonna try doing some void balloons maybe tomorrow with Adam Split. Still tier 3s, but you know, I'd still do tier 3s, but you know, that's fine. There's Better Together, 2x Powder, and Gone with the Wind. Those are the only events in the Crystal Wallows. Fourth, Sky Blocker, and a Wish. I'm gonna be here for like half of the event, which is better. I thought I was only gonna be there for like a day or two. Nah, I got tomorrow for like a few hours, and then once I get back, I'm gonna get back on like a Friday or like a Thursday. Like 5 days, 4 nights. Like Thursday morning, like 1 a.m., some shit like that. I don't know. We were ceased. Yeah. Dipshit. I am a dipshit. Game, can you stop holding this up? There we go. Fuck FPS, stop being gay. Mouse, stop being gay. Oh my god. I'm fine with getting 16. I just want more. I remember at some point, I'm like, I want to max every collection. And this was like before Crimson Isle, so that was actually possible. And I remember 2 million gemstones was fucking too hard for me. It took like hours to get that. I get it in like 10 minutes. And 1 million gemstones is roughly 3 million coins. So yeah. Or something like that. I don't know, dude. And prices like haven't changed at all. In my head, I just hear like the volume, like the yeah. I'm listening to something. I cannot just listen to fucking void looms like dying in my head, dude. Oh my, when I built my creeper farm in my hardcore wood, when I put my head on the pillow, I fucking heard blocks placing. I had to hear like the wood play, like the and like the
at the walls. She rushed to get her camera and get the sounds on video. This is what she captured.
I swear to God, I hear Enderman dying. And
As you can see, after finding a sealed ventilation duct and pulling the seal off of it, the terrifying voices of people speaking Latin became much clearer and sound as though they were speaking the Trinitarian formula and other religious phrases. Strangely, the voices apparently fell silent abruptly, but that wasn't where the nightmarish experience ended for Jessica.
damn.
That night, with the bathroom door open and the bathroom light on, a picture was taken of her as she was sleeping, and the person who took the picture was holding a note in front of the camera that said, "It's rude to eavesdrop."
Damn.
This was the security footage recorded one rainy night in Huacho, Brazil. In the recording, a confused-looking woman is seen walking through the street in the rain, and at first this seems relatively normal, nothing too unusual, until the woman seems to slowly disappear as she gets closer to the bottom of the screen, until she vanishes altogether.
Got it.
When zoomed in, you can also see the woman seems scantily dressed for the weather conditions seen in the video. Sure, someone can say it's just a smudge on the screen or perhaps some other digital problem. However, moments later, a motorcycle passes by in the same region in which the woman seemed to vanish, yet it's completely visible. And then the same could be said with the truck as it makes its turn, completely visible. It also appears that the driver of the truck may have been reacting to what he also just witnessed to be a vanishing woman. Whether this was just camera trickery or really a wandering apparition is up to the viewer to decide. This video was captured in Costa Rica on someone's home security camera. At an off hour in the night, out from the woods comes a bizarre, horrifying looking creature.
What the fuck?
At first, one might assume it's just a person doing some kind of crab walk, or if this were Australia, they would just assume it's another spider. But you don't even have to watch too closely to ask why or how the arms and legs would be the same length if this were a person. If it was just a person contorting his or her body, the creature wouldn't appear as long as it does, and would most likely have a noticeable lump in its back from them contorting their torso. Also, based on the dog's reactions, this was not the work of CGI, as they were reacting to something that's actually there and cause for alarm. This fourth video was taken from the Japanese YouTube channel Omogatoki Films. Their channel focuses on exploring haunted locations and capturing paranormal events on video. In January of this year, the owners of the channel were contacted by a real estate agent regarding a house he's been having trouble selling, due to the fact that the house used to be owned by a family that mysteriously disappeared in 2013.
僕が前勤めていた不動産屋さんの元先輩、何やら僕らに対してちょっと一度見てほしい物件。
まあその古い戸建てを会社で買ったんだけど、急に飛び込みできた人で、まあいくらで売りたいか聞くじゃん。でそしたらもう本当破格の
売り主さんが持っていたその土地の上に3人の家族が家を建てて住み始めたらしいんですよね。ただ今から6、7年ぐらい前にある日を境にその3人
All of the previous owners' belongings were left in the house, adding to the mystery. The real estate agent refuses to even enter the house as he believes there's a dark entity in the house, and he hopes that they would be able to search the house and find any kind of explanation, as this is what they do for a living. The agent mentions to them to make sure to keep all the doors shut while investigating the house, but doesn't mention why. As the two are exploring this closet, they notice something after reviewing the footage. See if you can find it.
もう全部開いてるもん。すごい、本当。うん。
If you didn't see it, behind a clothes rack, you can see 2 bare feet underneath. This isn't the last time they can be seen. As they search a nearby room, the feet can be seen again, this time much closer and visibly barefoot. Later on in the night, one of the two decide to place a camera in the dark and sit in one room, waiting for something to happen. After about 15 minutes, he decided to investigate other rooms, while still remembering to shut all the doors behind him. As you just saw, there was a face looking in through the door, but as he approaches, it disappears. There's no one outside the door. It could be speculated that the house is haunted by the family that mysteriously disappeared almost a decade ago. This was some alleged sighting of La Llorona. La Llorona is known as a ghost who roams waterfront areas mourning her drowned children. This video was captured in León, Guanajuato, Mexico. The video is of a man running from what resembles La Llorona. In the video, if you slow it down and zoom in, the figure in the distance resembles a woman in a white dress crying and yelling. The man was coming home from a party around 3 o'clock in the morning when he encountered the woman in front of him. As he starts to run in fear, the woman starts shouting at him, not making any sense of what she's saying. The man allegedly died 3 days after the sighting, and the cause of death was ruled a heart attack. This video was recorded in November of 2020, and it's just recently getting noticed. This was the footage captured by Russian YouTuber Dark Ghost. He posts high-quality ghost hunting videos, and this one might be one of the scariest. A woman had written to him about her deceased son who was obsessed with the paranormal and finding out what happens to the human soul after death and the afterlife. One day he told his mother that he discovered a way to contact deceased relatives, and he traveled to the abandoned village where his late grandmother lived. A week later, the mother received a call from the son, saying he was hearing the voices of his grandparents among other entities. This call was the last that was heard of the son, and his body was found on the streets of the village. The cause of death was ruled to be acute heart failure. The mother asked Dark Ghost to visit the grandparents' old house where the son would often visit, and this was some of the footage he captured. Various sounds, such as footsteps and knocks, can be heard throughout the video. And on multiple occasions, doors and cabinets can be seen swinging open or closed on their own. If you didn't see it, a black shadow can be seen floating across the screen clear as day.
Либо шкаф, все грохочет, я не понимаю, либо комод. Опа.
Next, he enters a creepy red room populated with disturbing pictures that the woman's son would collect and bring to the house.
Ну. Вроде бы как. У меня вообще всего такого, как бы, фотографий таких.
This is definitely one of those houses that an explorer should not go to alone. Based on the events in this video, there may have been someone or something in the house with him, watching him the entire time. Could it be the spirit of the woman's son? Or perhaps a much more hostile entity? Or could it all just be trickery? As usual, that's up for you to decide.
Give me something to watch. YouTube. I don't want to sit in silence hearing fucking Enderman.
See me up like it's Benny Bachi. Sorry about that. 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 ATE shit eat me. ATV when she riding on. Bend the bitch over in Calabasas. Tryna be slow now. Bitch, I'ma sip on the walk of the trees. Yeah, she said she feelin' out. I don't even feel it out. Bitch, I be high on these drugs every day of my life. I don't know at all if I should quit or not. How the fuck can I choose to eat this bathroom with everything going upside of my life? Bitch, I just got out of home. My jewelry, that brand new equivalent coming in with diamonds. Yeah, and they just told me if I buy that Tesla, I'm having another console, fit up 100. I'm on a purse, so I call up my bill like, what's up? With ya, she said, can I pull up and lay up with ya? She said, I wanna watch a movie if y'all get the picture. She said she need a big old booty, call her by the builder. Black and white diamonds, I'm colorblind. They told me that I murder every bit like Columbine. Sorry about that, I had to switch the side. All my diamond flawless and big, look at the size. All your shit is fake, that shit is size. I'm sorry for your kid, it's just your life. The amount of drugs I did today, what make you cry? Yeah, I'm finna tell you everything, I don't be shy. Yeah, I'm about to buy a wedding ring for X tonight. Yeah, when they about to cry, yeah, just walk a slide. Can you stop the crying? It's all a lie. She wanna live a private, it's all night. Just tell me, you gotta tell me the truth about it all. Yeah, I had to go cut ties with them so I can go ball. I had to easy me, I get just with the terrorist jacket. Yeah, and my little thought say that she addicted to me like some crack. Yeah, she pull up, I'm breaking her backy. Think it's goofy, they wacky. I know that kid, I'm a man like Packer. I made it whole meal off rapping. I used to vacuum citizens.
Hey, what's up?
No opening new potato chips.
Hey,
and a mini screwdriver set.
Oh, cool. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Nah, all I think about is the rack. No, I don't wanna hear about it if it ain't fake. She finna pull up, beat it like a Benny Bachi. She eat me up like it's Benny Bachi. ATE, she eat me up. ATV, what she riding on? Bend the bitch over in Calabasas. Tryna be slow now. Bitch, I'ma sip on the walk of the tree. Yeah, she said she feeling out. I don't even feel it out. Bitch, I be high on these drugs every day of my life. I don't know at all if I should quit or not. How the fuck can I choose it? This bathroom with everything going upside of my life. Bitch, I just got out of phone. My jewel, that brand new equivalent coming in with dog. Yeah, and they just told me if I buy that Tesla, I'm having that time, so I fit a pop 100. I'm on a purse, so I call up my bill like, what's up? With ya, she said, can I pull up and lay up with ya? She said, I wanna watch a movie if y'all get a picture. She said she need a big old booty, call her by the builder. Black and white diamonds, I'm colorblind. They told me that I murder and freak be like Columbine. Sorry about that. 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 Sorry about that.
I told my boy gon' roll like 10 blunts for me. I told my boy gon' roll like 10 blunts for me. I'm tryna get high till I can't feel nothing. I'm tryna get high till I can't feel nothing. I can fall out the sky and I still won't feel nothing. I can fall out the sky and I still won't feel nothing. I'm way too high. Whoa, whoa, I'm way too high. Whoa, 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 I'm way too high. Whoa, 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 I'm way too high. Whoa, 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 I'm way too high. Wake up, it's the first of the month. I brush my teeth and count up. I let my bitch roll my blunt. I'm about to dirty like a pour Vaseline and get stuck. I make her scream when we fuck. I don't drive R8s, I don't like those. I drive the Daytona and I tinted the windows. Can't fuck with nobody, not even my shadow. I got on A hard and she got on stilettos. She my best friend, yeah, we not a couple. She a rock star, she a sex symbol. The way she do that shit, she make it look simple. The way she do that shit, she make it look simple. Baby, tell me what you wanna do. Baby, tell me everybody you screw. Tell me everybody you took to this room. I gotta know who you fucked in this room. I gotta know who you fucked in this room. I gotta know who you fucked in this room. Can't trust no bitch. Can't trust these niggas. In love with my money. In love with my pistol. In love with my bitch. I think she my bitch. I know she's her dick. I know she not shit. I been thinking about it. Finna cut up that bitch. She don't cut, she don't clean. But she want roof Chris. I don't need like the hug. I don't need like the kiss. I just pat on her ass and tell her good shit. I just walked in my pay. Paparazzi at the fence. I'm out to pour some red. And Shawty gon' roll up some shit. And Shawty gon' roll up some shit. I'm out to pour some red. And Shawty gon' roll up some shit. Like 10 blunts for me. I told my boy gon' roll like 10 blunts for me. I'm tryna get high till I can't feel nothing. I'm tryna get high till I can't feel nothing. I can fall out the sky and I still won't feel nothing. I can fall out the sky and I still won't feel nothing. I'm way too high. Whoa, whoa, I'm way too high. Whoa, 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 I'm way too high. Whoa, 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 I'm way too high. Whoa, 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 I'm way too high.
Alright. The end of the hour 30. Alright. We only got like 4.5K there. So, it says 16.1. I think it's a bit more than that. 16.9. Okay, not bad. So, our trace 16.9. So immaculately close to 17. It's possible. Oh, it's these screwdrivers. That's cool. Vicky,